We'll start with singing a small bhajan. Some of you who know this can repeat after me. Some of you are very new to this can just hear it or try to repeat. Sansara dava nalamida loka pranaya karanya gana ganatva sansara nalamida loka pranaya karanya gana ganatva saptasya kalyana gurnarnasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Saptasya Kalyana Gurnarnabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Svaditranadya Namasurasena Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Svaditranadya Namasurasena Romanchakinta Sritaranga Bhaju Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Romanchakinta Sritaranga Bhaju Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vigrahara Ananitya Vingaratana Viramardanado Vigrahara Ananitya Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyonjatoti Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyonjatoti Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyonjatoti Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Chaturvishati Bhagavad-prasada Vadvarnatapa Haribhakta-changa Chaturvishati Haribhakta-changa Vitvayavate Bhajataitaneva Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vitvayavate Bhajataitaneva Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Viradhikam Jayapora Madhurya Leela Punarupam Sriraji Leela Punarupam Satikyanatra Dhanalolopasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Dhanalolopasya Pratikari Thai Yaya Yudhiryoke Apechaniya Pratikari Thai Yaya Yudhiryoke Apechaniya Tatrapi Bhakya Sativallabhya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Tatrapi Bhakya Sativallabhya Vande Guru Shri Saranaravinda Sakshatra Dhammasastrena Yuddhasthābhāyate Vakshabhi Sakshatra Dhammasastrena Yuddhasthābhāyate Vakshabhi Kinto Prabhorya Priyayedatasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Priyayedatasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Putropi Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Putropi Dayam Suvam Tasya Yasya Sri Sangyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Dayam Suvam Shri Sangyam Vande Dayam Suvam Satya Yashasri Sangyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Dayam Suvam Satya Yashasri Sangyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Namaha Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Vishakarine Namaste Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Vishakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hari Haraya Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Hari Haraya Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama, Gopal Govinda Ram Srimadu Sudana, Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana, Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita, Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita, Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patakami, Nayana Patakami, Avatu me Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patakami, Avatu me Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patakami, नयन पतकमी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतकमी नयन पतकमी भवतु मे निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो गौरा हरि निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो निताय गौरांगो गौरा हरि जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद गौरा हरि पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना गौरा हरि पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना गौरा हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय श्री निताई गौरंग भगवान की जय श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री पंच तत्व की जय श्री गोमाता की जय श्री ब्रह्म मतलब गौड़ गुरु परंपरा सांप्रदाय की जय श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती वैष्णिकी नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते। कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं वंदे श्री गुरु दिनकारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुंडरीकाक्षं साभ्याभ्यन्तरं भवति। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Hare Krishna. Thank you all for coming. This is one other Sunday morning, and I am very grateful to all of you who have woken up early and they have come here to hear about Bhagavad Gita. We are finishing actually today the course called Science of Self-Realization. There were 12 sessions in this course, and I think some of you are new here today, right? I know. So whatever reason, many of them who have attended the previous sessions are not appearing today. But anyway, maybe it will take some more time. So to come here basically. So basically, today we are going to discuss something called practical application of Bhagavad Gita in life. Because we hear a lot of theory. There is so much theory in the world. There's so much philosophy in the world. But can we even follow this philosophy? Can we follow what we are speaking? Right? That's very, very important. And we should have the confidence that we can follow. And how will we get that confidence? When we look at people who follow? Very simple. People can talk a lot of things, but unless you see some people actually implementing it, we will not get that confidence, isn't it? We have to see people who are following it. Otherwise, it's all impractical. Whether it is any medicine, any vocation in life, we have to see people who are following it. And most importantly, if you see Bhagavad Gita itself, it's a very practical explanation of how to lead life. If I ask you all, you have to manage some project, right? You have to manage some project. So what do you think are the main activities you will take up to make sure the project is successful? Can you all come to the front? Again, there will be some more who will come in the back anyways. Let's sit close so that we can, you all can sit wherever you're comfortable. Just put that to the side. Yeah. Please feel free. Thank you. So, I'm sure you're all working in offices, right? How do you think, for some, yeah, you can ignore me there for some time. I'm recording it. It's okay. Yeah. Let's get a little, in terms of relevance of today. You are working in project. How do you think you'll make sure that the project is successful? Let's come up with some points. Software project, construction project, any project. Can you tell a few things? Huh? Resources are there. Yes, correct. Resources are there. Yes. Yes. Anybody else? Planning is there. You need to plan what you want to do, right? And what else?
What makes the difference if you understand the requirement, the expected outcome. That is what is going to actually.
So you should know the expected outcome. There has to be a goal.
That's right.
Goal has to be clear. What do you want to achieve out of this project? Yes. Yes. What else? What else?
And each and every aspect, whether it is like there's a resource or the activities.
Activities, yes. This is not a project management class, but I want to make sure that you all understand how practical is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is not speaking something way off, right? So anyway, we are going to start the detailed study of Bhagavad Gita from November 6th. I'm going to start that. But before that, Hare Krishna. What other things are important in project management? Or how do you make sure you are successful in project? Contingencies. What are all the things that can go wrong? Right? You need to know for that in advance and you have to prepare for that. Is that true? And what else? What other things? Do you need to be focused? If you're not focused, in spite of having all of this, it will go waste, isn't it? You have to be focused. Your team has to be focused. You need to have a very focused team. Is that true? Yes. Come on. I'm sure all of us are from IT industry. What other things are needed? Deadlines. Yes, you have to achieve it. By what time you need to? Time, resources, scope. All these things are part of project management, isn't it? It almost feels like an office meeting now, isn't it? Yeah, but think about it. I want you to think. What other things? You are forgetting one very important thing. Teamwork is important, yes. Yes, we have to work collaboratively as one team. If you're not interested in the project, will you do that project? Basic interest should be there, no? I want to do this project. Project, I want to make sure the project works. So interest in project is important or not? Huh? Yes. Who creates that interest? The leadership, the team, the sponsors, they create that interest, saying that please let us implement this beneficial for the company. Interest is very important. What else is more important for a project? For IT project, what else is more important? Or for a construction project? You told it in a brief way, requirements, but then it's more about the vision. What do you want to see at the end of it? That has to be clear. Isn't it? That has to be clear. What is it that's attracting me? What will actually come out? My attraction towards it, very, very important. Isn't it? What other things? Knowledge. Nobody is talking about knowledge. If you don't have knowledge of Oracle, can you implement Oracle project? Can a SAP person implement Oracle project? He'll struggle. Isn't it? Knowledge. You need to have knowledge. The resources includes knowledge. I need to have good knowledge. Is that right? Yes. What else? We are speaking practical things only. I'm not telling anything way off. Right? Come on, tell. What else? What else is required?
Commitment and inspiration to work in that direction.
Commitment and inspiration. Attraction. That is very, very important. Otherwise, you'll not work on that project, isn't it? What else? Think about it. Perseverance. Yes. And you should not procrastinate, meaning you should not be like sleepy, postponing. That project will be unsuccessful, isn't it? One other very important thing, you are all working in projects. Something which happens every week, something which happens every month. What happens? Meetings for what? Review the progress. Isn't it? Come on, guys. Sunday morning, I know it's not Monday to Friday. But think about it. You need to see where this project is going. Am I going in the right direction? Or where am I going? Isn't it? And some more things like that. Right? And you need to keep every team member busy. Otherwise, they'll create disturbance. Isn't it? Right size, right team, everybody is properly engaged. Am I speaking practical things that you see in the world today? Did we all discuss something like that? Everything practical? Yeah? In project management? Please come in the front. There is some space here also. Front. Right? Yeah. So, yeah. Sit on this pole. Mat, sit on the mat. Come in the front. Yeah. Whoever comes late will sit in the front. Yeah. So, Provision Mataji, we discussed some basics. And one other most important thing, if we have somebody in the team who doesn't want to learn, is he a burden to the team or is he an asset to the team? Burden, isn't it? And if you are going with preconceived notions into a project, without hearing from the project sponsors, without from the business requirement, will it be a failure or success the project? Pakka failure, no? Isn't it? So all these things we have heard. Project management means, your requirements have to be perfect. Your business has to be, requirement has to be perfect. Sponsor should clearly explain. The person doing the project should be open to understand, right? And then you should work on the project. You should work on that project with a clear goal in mind. Then you should be able to focus and you should have knowledge, right? And you should have attraction to do it, right? You should have attraction to do it and he should actually love his work. Otherwise, the project will go for a toss. And he should know what the obstacles are going to be. He should know how to solve those obstacles. Is that true? And he should also know whether he's going in right direction. checks and balances, reports, metrics, right? Whether it's going in the right direction or no. And finally, what? Have I achieved the goal? Are these all part of project management methodology? Whatever that you talk about? A lot of people, they reject Bhagavad Gita saying it's an ancient scripture which has no application today. No. I will show you a slide. These are the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Right? Arjuna has been given a project. What is the project? To fight. He is a Kshatriya. Fight. Fight against what? Adharma. Adharma. There is some wrong activities that have happened. As a king, I am supposed to fight. He has a project. But in the beginning of the project itself, the requirement is properly given. But what happens? He has some preconceived notions. Arjuna has. Hey, how can I kill people? Hey, they are my guru. Hey, this is not right. You know, it's against the. We'll go through that. When we go through the first chapter, we'll go through that. 5 important reasons Arjuna gives that I'm not going to fight. So what is the problem here? The person who's going to do the project, he doesn't have a proper direction. He has preconceived notions. Now the sponsor of the project has to do what?
Right.
He has to set the goal again properly. Krishna is the sponsor of the project. He is the business, he is the IT, everything. Right? So what does he do? He sets the whole requirement scope document in front of him. That is second chapter. What is the name of that? Contents of Gita summarized. Everything that the project scope is there, project plan is there, everything he tells in that. When we go through that, you'll understand. Actually, Bhagavad Gita finishes at second chapter. Whatever Krishna has to tell, he tells. He tells how to do, why you should do. He clears the basics. He says, by the way, nobody is going to die. Arjuna, nobody is going to die. We discussed about that in SSR. We are souls. What are you speaking that you are going to kill somebody? You're not going to kill anybody. They're already dead. And they'll keep taking birth again and again. They'll keep taking birth again and again. So what are you worried about? Right? And by the way, be focused. Become Sthita Prajna. You know, somebody who doesn't get touched by what is happening now and then. Somebody who can go beyond happiness and distress. Okay? Don't get affected by the modes of material nature. By goodness, passion, and ignorance. Don't get affected. Go above that. Don't do this war because your wife is insulted. Do this war because it is dharma. Don't do this war with revenge. He tells everything. Jnana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, everything he tells. And he says, okay, Arjuna, now what? Now, he gave the entire project scope. He gave the entire explanation, business requirement, everything he gave. Now, still, they are struggling. Arjuna is struggling. And any team struggles. After that is given, what do you do in your offices? After the requirement study is given? Kya karte ho? Conference room pilot? Training sessions? User introduction? Karte ho, nahi karte ho? Now there is a need to elaborate. Whatever that you've heard, there is a need to elaborate. Your business people will come and talk. Your technology people will come and talk. You all will be given presentations. That's exactly what Krishna did. First thing he told the project scope in second chapter. Immediately after that he says, okay, now let's begin the work. Karma Yoga. Let's begin the work. Okay, Arjuna? Work. Work without any expectation. Work without getting affected by whether you'll win or lose. Work. Then immediately Arjuna says, okay, I want to work, but I need some more. I'm a little confused. What I need to work? Okay, 4th chapter. I'll give you the knowledge. How you have to work, I'll give you the knowledge. You have to work, I'm also giving you the knowledge. Right? He says, okay, I have the knowledge now, but I don't know how to practically apply that knowledge in my work. You're following? Yeah. Please come in the front. You can sit here. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Please become comfortable. So are you till here? I'm talking about practical project management and Bhagavad Gita. You know, something, because all of you will not understand Bhagavad Gita today. Forget about it. And you have not understood anything in the last 12 weeks also. But at least understand one thing before you walk out of here, that Bhagavad Gita is a very practical book. The best project management you can learn out of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is telling, he gave the project scope. First chapter, Arjuna is confused. Second chapter, Krishna is telling, what is the project scope? What is the requirement? What is the whole deal? Third chapter is saying, okay, Arjuna, work now. Karma Yoga. Fourth chapter is saying how to work. You know, knowledge, what to work. Knowledge is giving. Now he's like, okay, you gave me knowledge, but I don't know how to practically apply that knowledge. Jnanam, Vijnanam. Realized knowledge is called Vijnanam. Right? Now Krishna is telling, okay, so here is the knowledge. What is the knowledge he gave in 4th chapter? He said, who are you? Who am I? What is this whole creation? Who is Ishvara? Who is Jiva? All that knowledge he gives. I'm just giving a glimpse. Right? And then, wait a second. Yeah. He gave a whole glimpse that, you know, this is how action. 5th chapter is action in Krishna consciousness. Meaning, with knowledge, you are supposed to work. Krishna will explain it. With the knowledge, how can you work? Right? Now there is a problem. What is the problem? What can be the problem? Now you know the work. Now you have the knowledge. You also know how to apply that knowledge in your work. Right? Next problem is, my mind is not in my control. My mind is troubling me. Is it possible to work when your mind is troubling you? No. Krishna knows that. In spite of having everything, this fellow's mind is, all of us can have a problem, isn't it? Instead of knowing a lot of things, we still do mistakes. Mind is not cooperating. So what is the 5th chapter? Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. The 6th chapter is Dhyana Yoga. It says, control your mind. If you can't control your mind, you can't go forward. You know the scope of the work. You know that you have to work, Karma Yoga. You know the knowledge to work. You know how to practically apply that knowledge on work, but your mind is not in control. So let's get your mind in control. Okay? Any more problem now? Yes, there is a problem. What is the problem? My mind is in control, but I'm not clear whom am I working for. Who is that team who is going to get benefited? Who are the people for whom I'm working? There he says, in 7th chapter, Krishna explains who he is. He explains who devatas are, who he is. Why is he telling you to do what you're supposed to do? Right? In simple words, your customer visit to your place. Your customer comes to your office. Why does your customer need to come to your office? Does it make a difference when you see your customer? Till now you're working for some XYZ Falana. But that person actually comes from America to your office and says, hey guys, I'm your customer. Does it make a difference? 7th chapter, that's exactly what Krishna does. What does he do? Knowledge of the absolute. He presents himself. I am that one from whom all devatas are coming. I am that one who is behind everything. I am the one you're supposed to focus. I am the customer. Right? Then Arjuna looks at that Krishna. My God, you are the main person, but there is still one thing lacking. I want to get attracted to you. I want to work for you, but I want to get attracted to you. Right? Then 8th chapter is about attaining the Supreme, where he gives that attraction to attain him. Krishna says, okay, you're going to do Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all that, but you have to be attracted to me. I am giving you that attraction. Then you can attain the Supreme. Otherwise, you can't. It's very practical. If you're not attracted to your work, you're a burden on the company. You're a burden on the project also, isn't it? Having knowledge is okay. A lot of people have a lot of knowledge, right? But who are the people who actually finally achieve it? Who are attracted to what they're doing, isn't it? Facebook, Google, they all came into existence when somebody got attracted to create it. Very attracted. Oh, this is very nice. Krishna gives that attraction. After explaining who he is, he gives that attraction. He gives that understanding that by coming to me, you'll be very happy. How can you attain me? He explains that. And then, okay, you understood. Oh, you are so great and I'm attracted to you now. Now I need something higher than that. What is higher than that? Love. I want to fall in love with you, Krishna. Right? You are attracted, but there is something beyond attraction, love. Love means what? Selfless service. I am going to serve you even if you don't give me anything. I am so motivated to do what I'm self-motivated because I'm in love. Right? People sometimes go to office on Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes they work through the night also when they are in love with what they're doing. People, when they don't love what they're doing, what do? They keep looking at the timesheet. Huh? How to fill this timesheet? Because I don't know what to do. They're not attracted. Bhagavad Gita, before the war starts, Krishna is saying, fall in love with me. You have to love me. You have to love what you're doing. Right? So 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge, which is love. Confidential knowledge is that you are not the body, you are the soul. That is confidential knowledge. A lot of people don't know that. People think I'm this body. You're not this body, you are the soul. That is confidential. More confidential is Krishna is God. Most confidential is you can actually love that God. Right? Who is Jiva is confidential. Who is Krishna is more confidential. Who is God? And most confidential, highest confidentiality is I can actually love that God. I have a relationship with that God. How many of you know that you have a personal relationship with God? Personal. Personal meaning what? Okay, I'm going to ask simply. Does anybody here have personal relationship with me? Some relationship is there. It's not personal. Do I have a personal relationship with my mother? Do I have a personal relationship with my wife? What does that personal relationship mean?
Something where we can share.
You can share, you care, you get affected, you get badly affected when that other person is not doing. When you are affected, you expect them to take care of you. Is that true? Personal relationship. How many of you know that you have a personal relationship with Krishna? You don't know. God is there, God is there. But you know, He has a personal relationship with you. With individual, each one of us, He has a personal relationship. He's waiting for us, not us, you. He's waiting for you to come back. He's literally standing at the door and waiting. When will this person come back to me? Because you and he have spent personally time together. How much time? Unlimited time you spent together. He's in love with you and he's waiting. And what are we doing? They are ignorant. We don't know. We forgot. What relationship Krishna has with me, I completely forgot. It doesn't make a difference. Sunday morning, 7:30, Krishna is waiting for you here. What time you are coming? Forget about Sunday morning. मेरी मर्जी तब जाऊंगा मैं. Because you don't know that he is attracted to you. Will you come late or will you behave like this if you know that Krishna is waiting for you? No, you will not. It's natural. You will not. How does a mother wait for her children before coming back from school? How does she wait? Will she sleep in the bedroom? आएंगे तो आएंगे. She'll go stand near the door. She'll come inside. Again she'll go to the door. Again she'll come inside. Again she'll go to the door. Again she'll come inside. They are going to come at 3:20. But 3:05, she's going to the door. Is she mad? She knows bus will come at 3:20 only. But 3:05 also she'll go. 3:10 also she'll go. 3:20 also she'll go. And after 3:20, what will happen? बस वाले को फोन किधर है बच्चा किधर है मेरा बच्चा है कि नहीं that's called love. Krishna is calling acharyas. He is calling Ramanujacharya. Krishna is calling Shankaracharya. Krishna is calling Madhvacharya. Can you go and meet this person in Gachibowli? I really love that person. Can you send him back? Can you go and convince him that he has to come back? He is going on taking birth again and again. कुत्ते की तरह पैदा हो रहा है, सुअर की तरह पैदा हो रहा है. Huh? He's taking birth here, he's taking birth there. That fellow has to understand. He has to come back to me. I'm waiting for him. I can't live without him. The greatness of God is he gets personally attracted to all of us. Personal attraction. You have to understand that. It's not like, oh, there is a huge crowd and a political leader is standing and saying, "Haath mila raha hai." No. God is not the person who shows like popular hand. No. He is personally looking at you. When are you coming back? So 9th chapter is the place where Krishna gives love. The most confidential knowledge to Arjuna he gives. And he actually explains, Bhakti is this, he explains. 10th and 11th chapter is Krishna is exhibiting completely all his strengths. He gives his universal form. He shows. In 11th chapter, he explains how he can be seen in the universe. How he can be seen in the universe. Among the mountains, I am Meru. Among the fishes, I am shark. Among the warriors, I am Arjuna. Among the captains, I am Kartikeya. Among this, among that. He's telling how you can see me. How you can see my power. That is 10th and 11th chapter. And 12th chapter is devotional service. Devotional service means what? Now that you know me, now that you know my strengths, the goal is to love each other. Devotional service. I explained you what is love, but let's now actually love each other. How you can lead a life where you can exhibit that love. A mother prepares her daughter how to respect, how to love, how to. Finally, after she gets married, she's supposed to implement that love. When a girl goes from one house, her house, to her in-laws' house, she's supposed to implement all the culture, all the love, all the values which her mother has given. Is that true? Devotional service. That's service. You put all your knowledge, everything into service. Devotional service. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita ends at 12th chapter. Actually, Bhagavad Gita ends at 12th chapter. Acharya says that whatever Krishna had to tell, he told. He told what is the scope of what you're supposed to work on, how to work, what is the knowledge to work, how to put that work into action, how to control your mind, how to get attracted to what you're working on, how to understand everything about what you're doing, all the strengths, and finally, let's work together. devotional service. Let's work together. Now Krishna knows. Now, after this, the questions that Arjuna is going to ask are not about whether or not I should do the war. They get into Jnana Yoga. From 13th chapter, he goes into Jnana Yoga, where Krishna now understands, okay, this fellow knows everything now, but there can be obstacles. There can be obstacles. I have to prepare him to face the obstacles. 13th and 14th chapter are about internal obstacles and external obstacles. 13th chapter is about Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Jnana and Prakriti. 5 things it discusses. Where a living entity is trying to enjoy. Internal tendency to enjoy without God is an obstacle. I want to enjoy. There's no problem with that. But without God, that's the obstacle. That's the internal fight that we have to go through. 14th chapter, external obstacles. Too many choices. Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattoguna. 3 modes of mental nature. Obstacles. Yeah, I don't want God. I want to enjoy. I am the center of the world. When we keep our love in the house as a center, the family is happy. But when I put myself in the center, I'll make the entire family unhappy. Yes. Right? So, 13th chapter is about internal obstacles. 14th chapter is about external obstacles. How external world can divert me. Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattoguna, choices. We went through that fourth session in detail. 3 modes of mental nature. Some of you have not attended, please go and hear the recordings. We have done all this 12 sessions. Today is the final 12th session. Okay. So, Krishna is telling that in 13th chapter, internal obstacles, 14th chapter, external obstacles. So, what is 15? No. What is he supposed to do now? He told the obstacles. Now he has to tell how to resolve the obstacles. Isn't it? How to overcome that obstacles. And how do you overcome the obstacles? By getting attracted to devotee and devotee association. What is it? What is the 15th chapter? The yoga of the Supreme Person. Where he's telling that I am attracted to my devotees and my devotees are the way you can come to me. He is solving all the obstacles at once. Association is the answer. Association. If you don't have proper association, you cannot learn Bhagavad Gita, you cannot implement anything. If you don't have a proper team around you, you cannot achieve any project. You need to have motivated team. Is that true? So Krishna says, you have a lot of obstacles, internal obstacles, external obstacles. But if you have a motivated team around you, you will finish the project. The yoga of the Supreme Person is about, he is telling how he is attracted to his devotees and how his devotees are the only way we can get attracted to God. Right? If you want to buy a car, will you go to car factory or car dealer? You can never buy car from a factory. You have to go to a dealer. Same way, Krishna is accessed through his devotees. You can't directly go to Krishna. If you go to Krishna, you can't handle him. He tells, come to me through my devotees. Yoga of the Supreme Person. He tells what is the process of overcoming the obstacles. What else is important to achieve a project? Krishna knows, okay, so this fellow knows the knowledge. I have given him love also. I have told him the obstacles also. And I have also told him the solution also. What else is remaining? How does he know whether he is making progress? We need to know, am I making progress or am I going back? Am I going straight or am I going up or am I going down? 16th chapter and 17th chapter are the ways you can measure whether you're making progress or not. They're your status reports. Your status reports. What is 16th chapter? the divine and demoniac natures. How do good people act? How do bad people act? What are these natures? So, when you are practicing Bhagavad Gita, at some point you'll realize, I think I'm becoming a better person. I'm conquering my anger. I'm conquering my desires. I'm conquering lust, greed, envy, pride. I'm conquering them. Right? So that is nothing but I'm understanding, am I going towards divine side? Am I going to demoniac side? Am I harming people? When I look at a person who is struggling on the road, am I getting down and helping him? Or am I just going in my car? You will know. There is a sense of measurement. You will know whether this knowledge is working on you or no. Agony. And next one is divisions of faith. Is my faith becoming stronger? Two things are important, right? One is you know how you are becoming, your assessment, and is my faith becoming stronger? There are different kinds of faith. What kind of faith am I getting attracted to? Faith in the mode of ignorance, faith in the mode of passion, faith in the mode of goodness. Is my faith so strong that whatever happens, I will still stick to the target? Is my faith so strong? Because in order to achieve the highest goal, your faith should be strong. Isn't it? How many of you have the faith that no matter what nonsense you do in life, your parents will always forgive you? 50 rand. Your parents will not forgive you? No matter. You're not lifting your hand. I don't know. I'll ask the question again. Whatever nonsense you do in life, your parents will forgive you or no? Ultimately, they'll help you. Do you have faith in that? That is important. Whatever we do, God will forgive us. Krishna will forgive us. That faith you should have. It's not a license to go into nonsense again. Like in some Abrahamic religions, they say, you do all nonsense, he will give his blood. Every week, one fellow, he used to go confess in church that I did all these sins. And that poor priest sitting inside has to hear all that. After telling everything, he used to give, $5 note. Sir, this is my donation to the church. I have committed all these sins and, please here, I have confessed it now. And here is the $5. Okay. So every Sunday he'll come and give $5. He'll tell all the sins, he'll give $5. One Sunday he gives $20. Huh? Why did you give $20? Sir, next 3 weeks I'm not coming. In advance I'm going outstation work, so take $20. Because anyway I'm going to commit sins for the next 3 weeks. Right? What kind of religion is that? What kind of thought is that? Is that what Jesus wanted? No. Is that the goal of our coming to satsang? No. You learn, you grow, you realize, you keep growing up. You don't keep going down. So you need to measure. You need to measure how your faith is. How your faith is. Right? You need to have faith in your relationship. Right? How many of you have faith in your partner? That no matter what you do, he is always or she is always there with you. If you don't have that, then the relationship is in trouble. You're supposed to have that. Okay. Your partner is not giving that faith in you. Are you giving that faith to your partner? No matter what you do, I am there with you. That is a relation. Again, that's very important. See, one girl in our satsang, many years back, she was getting married. Her parents were very opulent. So, husband and wife, and then their daughter, they used to come. They have an international school. They're owners of international school. Crores and crores of rupees. Well, they have. That's okay. In satsang, it doesn't matter what who wants. The parents told me, Prabhu, my daughter is getting married. Please coach her, a little bit before she gets married. So I myself am still learning. So what will I coach her? But she came, I told, okay, come this evening. So I was sitting, my wife was sitting, she was sitting. I asked her a question. What if your husband will slap you one day? What do you do? Straight. I went direct 6. Modi ka 6. Not 1. But the Dhoni ka 6. Helicopter shot. Direct I asked. Tomorrow your husband will slap you. What will you do? Huh? I will leave that fellow. So don't get married with him. Don't get married. So am I preparing her to get slapped? No, I'm not preparing her to get slapped. I'm telling how a marriage should function irrespective of whatever happens. Make it work. And nobody will slap you, by the way. But if you go with the tendency, मुझे छूगा तो मैं मारूंगी, will it work? Huh? Will the marriage work? So many challenges will come in life. So many challenges. Health challenges, psychological challenges, hormonal changes, behavioral changes, appearance changes. You still have to be with your partner. Right? Today, why so many marriages are breaking? Left, right, and center, they are breaking. Why they are breaking? You insult me, I'm going out. Right? That means, what is the expectation with your coming? You have to praise me all the time. You have to respect me all the time. You have to be grateful to me all the time. All so many expectations will bring. Will the marriage last? It will not last. How will it last? How will it last? Right? Very important. Faith. Krishna knows the importance of faith. Today, you all are in good health. You are believing in God. Tomorrow, your health will go for a toss. Do you still have belief in God? Important question. Right? How much practically did you understand Bhagavad Gita? Prabhuji, so many bad things are happening. Your Bhagavad Gita will stop. I'll go and read Purana. I'll go and read Bible. Okay. No, I'll stop reading everything. This is all religion is nonsense. I don't believe in anything. Right? What did you understand? Krishna is making sure 16th and 17th chapters is establishing the faith. And he's telling you how much you're learning out of it. How much you're learning out of it. He's preparing you for that. Okay? And finally, 18th chapter, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. Renunciation means I am completely above everything. I am renounced to whether I am successful or failure. I am renounced to whether I am insulted or praised. I will do my duty. I will do my duty. Right? That is renunciation. Finally, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tarum Sarvapapebhi Mokshashyami Masacha. Krishna, you are there for me. I am there to work for you. You will take care of me. Done. I don't have to worry now. Whatever you tell, I am doing it now. Whatever you tell, I am doing it now. Without any question, I will do it now. When you come to that state, you will achieve perfection. If you don't come to that state, you cannot achieve perfection. Renounce of what? Your own misconceptions. What was the first chapter? First chapter was what? Misconceptions. Right? Hello? You know, first chapter is what? Misconceptions. We started there, where he did not have clarity. Why is he doing what is he doing? Last chapter is what? Relief from misconceptions. Totally renounced. Renounced of misconceptions. So you'll achieve your project. You'll achieve your project. Preparing yourself mentally, physically, knowledge per se, seeing your obstacles, having a solution for the obstacles, having a yardstick to measure yourself, how to go forward. This is Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters. So you all have finished 18 chapters in a way. This is Bhagavad Gita, simple. But there is much, much more detail in each chapter, where Krishna will make it very applicable for you. Right? When you study each one of these chapters, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, every single chapter when you study, you'll understand, what a practical book it is. I can apply even in today's life. When I'm between obstacles, which chapter will I read? 13th and 14th. When I'm surrounded by obstacles. Right? If I want to check my progress, where am I going in my devotional life or in my life, I'll read my 16th and 17th. When my mind is troubling me, I'll read the 6th chapter. When I'm not motivated to work, I'll read the 3rd chapter. When I want to understand why I'm working, I'll read the 4th chapter. I want to apply my knowledge in work, I'll read the 5th chapter. I want to get attracted to God, I'll read the 8th chapter. Right? Is it all making sense now? Yes. I've given a small summary to you, snippet of how Bhagavad Gita is structured. Are malum to karo yaar, kya hai us book ke andar? People hold that book, kab padunga isko, kab padunga. You will read it. You will read it, provided you know what is there inside it. This book is followed by the greatest scholars on the planet. The greatest of the leaders, when they are in trouble, they open this book and they find their solution. We also can find our solutions, isn't it? So, practical application of Bhagavad Gita. We're going to discuss importance of Bhagavad Gita, choosing a perfect guru with whom you should learn, becoming a perfect disciple, purpose of temples, how do you balance spiritual life and material life? Very important. How do you make sure your sadhana is right and you're disciplined? And finally, how can you serve? How can you be busy? How can you be in Krishna consciousness? Right? These are the things that we will go through. So what to achieve in life? Goal to achieve in material life? What is Krishna telling? What are you supposed to achieve? Krishna is setting a goal very, very clearly. He's saying in 8th chapter, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Very important verse. Yam yam vapis maram bhavam tajyeti ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tat bhava bhavitaha. He's saying it's so important that you lead a life in such a way that at the time of death, whatever is there in your mind, you'll get that. It's a very important information. Your next life is decided by you in this life itself. And by the way, what time you're going to die? Anybody here? Today, is anybody dying today? What is today's date? 16th of October. Who is dying on 16th October? Lift your hand. इसको मरना नहीं है. Lift your hand. Maybe I'll die. I don't know. I might die. 16th October 2022 might be my last day. This might be my last lecture. This might be the last class. That's okay. Why is it okay? Because I think I'm praying to Krishna, please take care of me. I'm taking shelter of Krishna. What state of being you are in at any point of time? It's a very important information Krishna is in Bhagavad Gita. You should be Krishna conscious at all times. Then don't worry. Whichever day you'll die, you'll take care. Right? God consciousness doesn't mean, Sunday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Uske baad ban. Or, Tuesday one God, Wednesday one God, Thursday one God, Friday I am only God. Right? That nonsense is also not there. God consciousness, clear vision. Where am I leading my life? Krishna is telling. Very next verse is saying, therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna. At the same time, carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. He's saying, just keep me in the focus, whatever you're doing. Go do your software job. Go do your construction work. Go do your whatever vocation that you're part of, profession you're part of. That's okay. You don't have to stop doing anything. Keep doing. But always think of me. Always think of me. Very, very important. Next is saying, he who meditates on me as a supreme personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, O Partha, is sure to reach me. How you should remember Krishna? He is the supreme. He is the supreme. There is nobody. There is nobody equal to him. There is nobody above him. Very simple. He is very particular about it. He's saying, remember me. He's not telling, remember everybody. No. Even if you remember everybody, you will also go to those people. But if you remember him, you will go to him. If you remember some Ishta Devata, you'll go to the Ishta Devata. There's nothing wrong. You go to the Ishta Devata. So, for example, at the time of death, you remember Ganeshji. As per 8.6, you'll go to Ganeshji. Is there a problem going to Ganeshji? There is no problem. But there is one problem. Ganeshji will think, one more student I have to take care. You'll go and sit in Ganeshji's class. What will Ganeshji give in his class? Who wrote Bhagavad Gita? You only wrote. I have to give another class of Bhagavad Gita to this fellow. But if you directly go to Krishna, will Ganeshji be happy? Obviously. Ho gaya kaam. I wrote Bhagavad Gita, he read it, he went. Why is he coming to me? Lord Shiva will also be very happy. Ah, very nice. Vaishnavana Yatha Shambhu became a Vaishnava. He has gone. Devatas are very happy when we are directly becoming Krishna conscious. They will not be unhappy if you go to them. But there is work you are adding to them. Right? They will have to work a little more to train you. And there is nothing wrong in that. There is nothing. Krishna says, worship the Devata who is giving you. Wherever your faith is, worship there. And you'll go there. So, the goal of material life is to remember Krishna. He's telling the goal of how they remember Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam talks about the highest dharma. Savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhakti radakshije ahaitaki aprahiyata yatma suprasidati. This is also another thing that is established is what is the highest dharma? Pati dharma, putri dharma, putra dharma, pitra dharma, work dharma, whatever that you go, vritti dharma. There's so many dharmas. And all these dharmas are important. But the highest dharma is establishing a relationship with God. That is the highest dharma. That you should not forget. If you get too attached to your wife, you will take birth next life as her husband. You're too attached to your husband, you will take next birth as her wife. How long will you keep doing this? How long you want to keep going on like that? Okay, at one point you'll say, okay, both husband and wife. Okay, I think we have taken birth as husband and wife many lives. Now let us go back to Krishna. He is our ultimate husband. He is our ultimate, enjoyer. We'll go back to him. So, establishing your relationship with God is the highest dharma. And when you establish how that relationship has to be, ahaitaki aprahihata, uninterrupted, unmotivated. Uninterrupted, meaning I am Krishna conscious even if he doesn't treat me properly. I am Krishna conscious even if he doesn't accept me. I am Krishna conscious in all circumstances. Uninterrupted. And I am Krishna conscious at all times. Uninterrupted. If somebody says, I love my wife Sunday from 2 to 3 o'clock, what is it? Is there a meaning of that love? Huh? No. In the office also, when your boss comes and asks, boss, will you do your best for the project? Sir, I will do my best on Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Will you take that fellow? Yeah, he will work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but is that a way to tell? Sir, I'll do my work, sir. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. He is not expecting you to work beyond 5. But just the sentence, sir, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. You'll take that fellow. Isn't it? Krishna also likes people who say, I'm yours. Not uninterruptedly. No. Now it is not bhakti time. Now it is work time. Even during work, you can do bhakti. Even during work, you can do bhakti. That's called karma yoga. Doing work is karma, but bhakti along with that karma yoga. Right? We'll learn about that in 3rd and 4th chapters. That is uninterruptedly, unmotivatedly. Even if I get, even if I don't get, I am your servant. But how do you get there? Setting the expectations from this session. Huh? So even after starting the spiritual life, some questions trouble us. You started, like few weeks back, you started these sessions. But some questions, is it possible for anyone else to go to God? Really? Is it possible? How many of you got this question? Can I go to God? Really? Can I go to God in this life? How many of you have that question? You have that question? Yes. Huh? I don't think I'm ready to complete surrender. How many are there like this? Mottam surrender na wala. Thoda rehna. My movie time, my multiplex time. But Krishna, you can't tell me full surrender. Right? These questions keep troubling us. I am too materially conditioned. I need more time. Prabhuji, you tell your class, I am not going to surrender. I will surrender when I want to surrender. I need more time. How many have this question? Nobody? All of you are ready for full surrender?
I don't think I am.
These questions trouble everybody. Right? When can I ever be what is expected from the scriptures? When can I ever be? They're telling big things in scriptures. Prahlad was Prahlad. I cannot be Prahlad. My father will come and slap me. I'll tell you are God. Right? Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad, but still he said no. Narayan is God. Right? Can I be that Prahlad? I don't think I'll be able to strike a balance, in my situation. My job is very hectic. My traffic is too much. Prabhu, my children are very troublesome. My parents are not agreeing. Prabhu, my husband is not agreeing. My wife is not cooperating. Prabhuji, I think this life wo balance nahi hoga, Prabhu. Right? So many obstacles. Prabhu, this is too much for me to handle. I will stop and think again. I'll attend classes, but don't tell me to surrender. I'll stop for some time. I'll stop coming. Then I will decide what to do. So there are many obstacles. And don't think you are the only one alone. Everybody has these obstacles. Because we all come with baggages. Prabhu, I'm a Reddy, I'm a Kamma, I'm a Tumma, I'm a, Kapu. Huh? I'm that nonsense, Palana Dinka. I'm Kapoor, Purana. Or kone hai? Some last names will be there, no? I'm this, I'm that. Will I come to Bhakti? Prabhu, every day I eat chicken manchurian. Mera kya hoga? Prabhu, every day I smoke. Mera kya hoga? Prabhu, I have lusty desires. Mera kya hoga? Everybody has problems. This is Kali Yuga, Baba. Kali Yuga means what? Kali Yuga means all these things are natural. If somebody comes in this room and says, I'm not lusty, I'm not greedy, I'm not angry, people will look at you. Pagal ho gaya kya? In Kali Yuga, that thing is very rare. Isn't it? Kali Yuga means what? Everybody is focusing on what? Last week we discussed materialism. Last to last week, actually, 2 weeks back. How do you define a materialist? The one who is attracted to wealth, the one who is attracted to his body, the one who uses God for his own purpose. Right? Ye vrat kiya, ye kiya, acha time mein kiya, bura time mein nahi kiya. He'll use Vedas for his own purpose. Complete materialistic person. Right? Those are the people who are supposed to live in Kali Yuga. That is the government of Kaliuga. Government of Kaliuga means do all nonsense. Then you are in the right place. What are we? We are going against the government. We are telling control your senses. Focus on your mind. Control it. Go back to God. We are going against the government of Kaliuga. When people go against the government, what are they called? Terrorists. So this class is of terrorism. In Kaliuga, we are all terrorists. I am telling you, go against the force of Kaliuga. Yeah, that's what it is. Bhakti Marg in Kaliuga is actually terrorism for current government. They will not like it. You think if you go and tell your parents, Amma, every day I'm chanting 2 hours, ma. Every day I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, ma. I'm going to satsang every day, ma. You think what do you think she'll tell you? John just now, काम भी कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है? पैसा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है? हाँ, one knows right images. Do whatever you do, no problem. पैसा नहीं कर. लेकिन you go and tell your wife, I want to control senses. I want to make sure that they focus on Krishna. I want to make sure. Multiplex जाएंगे नहीं जाएंगे? जाएंगे. करो जो करना है करो. No problem. Will you buy me this or no? Will you be like this or no? This is Kaliuga. Right? Wife goes and tells husband, we have to control our tongue. We have to control our eyes. We have to control our senses. We have to lead a very simple life. Husband will tell, biryani बनाओगे नहीं बनाओगे? बनाओगे. No problem, we'll control. Right? This is world outside. Simple. Entire world is going towards sense gratification. Devotees of God are going towards sense control. Entire world is going towards beautification of body. Devotees are going towards recognizing the soul. Entire world is going towards, pride and name and fame. Devotees are going towards service and service and service. That's all. The whole difference. Going in 2 different directions. So obviously these doubts will come. Can I do? Will I do? You think Krishna doesn't know all these problems? In Bhagavad Gita, when you read Bhagavad Gita in detail, you'll actually understand my father knows exactly what situation I am in. He will tell you, don't worry, don't worry. So many places he says, Arjuna, don't worry. Arjuna, don't worry. Just replace that name with your name. Akshay, don't worry. Chakrapani, don't worry. Krishna is actually telling that. He'll take our name and he'll tell, don't worry. I know where you are. I know your problems. I know your past lives. I know what all nonsense you have done. I know your conditionings. I'll take care. Arjuna, just stay. I will take care. Right? After this course, you will know how to begin your spiritual life, how to make progress in a current situation, how to strike a balance. Have you seen this Mataji? What all she is doing? One hand she has chanting beads. One hand she has a child. One hand she has kartal. One hand is up in the air. One hand is holding Bhagavatam. One hand is holding something to cook. Is this possible? Very much possible. Very much possible. Where can I get the perfect and constant guidance? What is the simplest and surest way to achieve the goal? How to perfect my life and achieve the highest goal? You should get clarity in all these things. Then you can make progress in spiritual life. Right? So Lord Krishna's message is not theory. Jnanam Vijnanam. Actually, most of it we already dealt some. Okay, why do you think Krishna chose Arjuna to tell Bhagavad Gita? Krishna could have told Bhagavad Gita to Vedavyas also, right? Vedavyas was a bachelor. He was available all the time. He did not have any children troubling him. Right? Krishna could have told Bhagavad Gita to anybody else. Why did he choose Arjuna? Arjuna had a wife. Actually, Arjuna had many wives. In each kingdom, he had a wife. Because he was trying to create alliances. Arjuna was a king, something like a project manager. Right? Arjuna was very much leading a Grahastha life. And Arjuna is the best person to whom we can relate to. That is the reason he spoke to Arjuna. If he speaks to Vedavyas, what do you think? One saint is talking to God. What has it got to do with me? Whatever he told will apply only to a saint. It will not apply to me. But when he speaks to Arjuna, that means he's speaking to me. He's speaking to a Grahastha. Right? A person with so many. You have to do financial planning. You have to do so many plannings you have to do to run your house. And still he's saying, I'm telling you about Gita. It's applicable to you. That's why he chose. Arjuna was a family man with children, brothers, mother, responsibilities. His decision was going to affect 64 crore lives. Right? He was a great archer. Very, very powerful archer. If he is not going to do the war, then the war has a very big problem. It can't go forward. Arjuna was a Kshatriya and his business was to save the innocent from cruel. Right? That is the reason he chose. This was the biggest decision he had to make, and it took 90 minutes out to discuss. See, when you want to do something big in life, sometimes you have to stop, evaluate, get clarity, and then start. That's exactly what Arjuna did. He had to start the biggest war of his life. After this war, his children may not be alive, his parents may not be alive, his relatives may not be alive, his friends may not be alive. Everything can happen once the war starts. But before the war, he made sure he got all the answers to his questions. That is the reason he chose Arjuna. We also have to do that in life. When we are leading a life, we should take some time out. Sunday mornings is your time out. Wait, what am I doing in life? My boss is pulling me here, my wife is pulling me here, my husband is pulling me here, my neighbor is pulling me here. Wait a second. Where I want to go? What do I want to do in life? Arjuna understood the purpose of life before fixing his bow on the target. Purpose of life has to be very, very clear. Do you all know your purpose of life? Is to love God. That is the purpose. Now you got to know. Before this, what did you know? The purpose of life. The ball has to go into the basket. Purpose of life. For some people, that is the purpose of life. Yes, renowned. For some people, jumping from a mountain is the purpose of life. Wearing that, whatever, extreme sports. For some person, making his profit 200% is purpose of life. For some fellow, running 50 kilometers is purpose of life. Right? Sometimes I go to my Goshala from here on the Chevala road. Morning time I go around 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I see people bicycling, wearing all the tight clothes and the helmet and full the gadgets, and they're bicycling all the way. What is your purpose of life? Stop, I'm bicycling right now. What is your purpose of life? I should reach Chevala. Okay. After that, what is your purpose of life? I should reach my home back. Okay. What is your purpose of life? I have not thought about it. I'm not ridiculing anybody. You can do a lot of sports. Even I like sports. You can also do sports. But what is the purpose of life? I will leave properties for my children. Is that your purpose of life? What is your purpose of life? Without knowing your purpose of life, without knowing why you took birth, how are you leading a life? What is the meaning of that life? Nonsense life. Isn't it? I'm doing a lot of things. Why are you doing what you are doing? Are you doing things in line with purpose of life? Arjuna wanted to make sure. Before he kept that arrow, and before he released, he made sure I know the purpose of life. Then only he left it. You understand? Intelligent people do that. Purpose of life. Very, very clear. True spirituality teaches how to live dynamically and purposefully. See, greed should not pull me in every direction. For example, I'll tell you one Prabhuji. He got a very good opportunity in abroad. He's part of our satsang. He is in a transitionary stage, meaning he is attached to material things also. He's attracted towards spiritual also. He's trying to change his lifestyle, he and his wife, his children. At this time, he got a job in Europe, which is like almost double, triple his salary. Good position. He came and asked me, Prabhu, what should I do? I'm getting the job. What should I do? I said, decide what is important for you. It's not like he's starving right now. He's having a good life. He's living in a good place. Decent children are going to school. Everything nice. I said, decide what is important for you. I said, Prabhu, that is the reason I want your help. I said, Prabhu, are you eager to buy properties and increase your wealth? I said, no, Prabhu, my parents have a lot of properties. I also have my own house. Okay. So are you desperate to get into a bigger position? No, Prabhu, I'm actually happy with what I'm doing. Then I said, so what is more important? Prabhu, actually, I want to become fixed in spiritual life. So do you think this association is helping you? Yes, Prabhuji, here I am able to. So make your decision. So he made a decision. He's not going. He's staying here. It's almost 3 years now. He's staying here. He found some growth here only. He's growing in life. Now, this is called what? Living more dynamically and purposefully. Living more dynamically and purposefully. Otherwise, if you don't know the purpose, what you'll be like a monkey. One tree to another tree to this tree to that tree. I'm not saying don't earn. I'm not saying don't be competitive. Yes, but be purposeful also, Baba. What is the purpose of doing what you're doing? Again, you should have the brain. For example, my neighbor comes and tells me, I joined my son in gymnastics. Okay. Should I join myself in gymnastics? Should I join my children also in gymnastics? No need. I can just hear it and forget it. Isn't it? Should I get attracted to that and also join my whole family in gymnastics? Bolo. But there are some people who are doing that today. Peer pressure. Huh? He's doing it. Yeah, I'll also do. We have to be in the society. Lack of purpose. Dynamism is there, but purpose is not there. Very important. So, Arjuna became very dynamic, at the same time very purposeful after hearing Bhagavad Gita. Theory to practical. Misconceptions about spirituality. Can anybody tell what are the misconceptions of spirituality? What people think about spirituality today? Renunciation. He'll hear to classes, he'll go to Himalaya. Yes, Madhuri? They're not practical. Right? That's what people think. Huh? It is for losers. Yeah. When people are depressed, they should come to spiritual classes. Most important, you're not telling. Who told them? Old age people should go to spirituality. Right? Old age people. When you put classes, recently one Mataji in Krishe, I'll not take her name. She told, Prabhuji, when you put classes, I'll come. She must be 75 plus easily. I asked her, okay, Mataji, you can come. But what about your children? Prabhu, they will not come. So you make sure they'll come, then you come. You make sure they'll come, then you come. I'm not discouraging her. I'm putting her a target. But you've given birth to a child. That fellow might be a director in Amazon or a character in Microsoft. Whatever he might be. Why is he not interested in Bhagavad Gita? As a mother, what is your duty? As a father, what is your duty? Do the duty. Come with whole family. No, but Prabhuji, I am interested. No, I'm sorry. Come with family. That's okay. Why I'm saying come with family? There's a big reason behind it. Whatever I tell, she can't implement in her house. He can't implement in her house. Because if you try to implement something, your wife will tell, no, I don't agree with this. You don't agree because you're not attending classes. My knowledge is going somewhere. Your knowledge is remaining there only. With knowledge comes transformation. Information, transformation. It will happen. You're not transforming. I'm transforming. What will happen? Another reason for a problem in house is spirituality. Spirituality should solve all the problems, but now spirituality is the problem. Why? My husband doesn't believe what I'm learning. My wife doesn't believe. My parents don't believe. Big problem. Once, a child used to come to my house. It was like around 13-year-old boy. He used to sit down and listen every class. First person in the class. He used to come and sit. Before even I started, he used to come and help me setting up all that. Very good child. And actually, he must be some great yogi in last life. He's like picking up knowledge in such a young age. He was understanding everything. Then one time he was suffering so much. I told him, don't come. Because anything he learns here and goes and tells his parents will not like it. They will not like it. They started complaining, why is he coming? I said, you want to send, you send. No, I'm not sending, he's only coming. And finally I had to tell that child, beta, just 5 more years. Tolerate. Understand your parents also. Then you come. Right now you're not in your own control. You have to go through what your parents are telling. That was a special thing I had to tell that child. The child also was very special. And then I made a decision. I will not allow small children and old people into my class unless they bring their families. Because I'm creating disturbance in society by accepting these 2 categories. You understand? And sorry to say, I kept even wife not allowed without husband. And husband not allowed without wife. Because ultimately, we want to unite families. Spirituality should unite families. Circumstantially, if somebody is not able to come, that's okay. But if somebody is not for it, then it can create a lot of disturbance. Then, Prabhu, what about that individual soul? Krishna will take care. Don't worry. He will have another plan. He'll have a better person than me to take care of that person. But I cannot take the disturbance. There is a reason. Right? When a whole family comes together, Krishna also likes it. And it will pakka create transformation in their house. We have in our satsang, around 50 families now in the last 7 years. Every year, 3, 2, 4 families started getting added. Only families have remained right now. Everybody else is gone. Whoever came alone, gone. Very rarely they'll be able to sustain. There's too much pressure, no? See, your co-son-in-laws, cousins, sons, daughters, grandfather died. Is it a far relation? Very, very far. Your husband wants to go. Sunday morning he died. Who is that? Your co-son-in-laws, cousins, husbands, daughters, grandfather. I don't know what nonsense I told. If you both are coming to satsang, what if both will look at each other? Let's go to satsang. But if you both are not coming to satsang, what will happen? Your husband will tell you have to come. And his wife you have to follow. Right? Or your husband or wife will tell you have to come. And husband you have to follow. But when both of you are together, then what will happen? Both will decide the right thing. I'm not saying don't go to somebody who dies. I'm saying prioritize in life, Baba. I'll tell tomorrow, okay, Prabhu, let's all go to Vrindavan Yatra. It's such a big problem. If husband and wife together are not there in satsang. Children, they cannot come if the parents are not ready. Parents cannot come, children are not ready. Isn't it? Whole family should walk together. That is called spiritual life. We all are there together. Sometimes some Mataji tell, Prabhu, my husband is not agreeing, Prabhuji. Khana banana band karo. Torture करो उसको भाग के आएगा है कि नहीं कुछ भी करो मरो मारो लेकिन साथ मिलके आओ important है बाबा this is the most important in life. If a wife said I don't care what my husband is going I'll come I don't want that kind of wife here. If you don't have love for your husband then you are in a wrong place. If you can't love your husband what you will love God? If you can't love your parents, what will you love God? If you can't love your children, what will you love God? Learn to love in your family life first. Learn to extend that sacrifice. Do that, go through that pain. Then Krishna will appreciate you. It's very easy to say, I hate everybody in the world, that's why I've come to Bhagavad Gita. It's nonsense. Then you have to be loving with everybody. Paradukka dukhi. Not paradukka sukhi. Right? Then you will, that's proper way. So misconceptions. Number one, old people only. Really at one time when I started satsang, I told, satsang is starting. One person called. Flat number this, block number this. Yes, sir, what can you? Sir, when is the session? Sir, what do you do? I am a project manager in Microsoft. Okay. Sir, when is the session? Sunday morning. Oh, my mother will come. I said, what about you? No, sir, my mother will. Oh, what about you? I'm not that interested. If you are not interested, that means it's useless, right? It's useless, then only. Then why are you sending your parents? If it's useless, why are you sending your parents? If it's useless, why are you sending your children? In my home, Jewel, when we returned from America, I put an ad in the community. I'm teaching Bhagavad Gita for parents, children, everybody. So you all can come. The response was amazing. Around 40 parents came, left their children, left. Ek multiplex, ek Vijayata supermarket, ek massage parlor, ek spa. Suddenly I felt, I am a father of 50 children. So what's going on? Kya kar raha hu main yahan pe? Right? And now I'll tell these 50 children what is good for them, and 50 parents will come and beat me after that. Immediately I sent a message, after next class, I sent a message. Please come along with your children if you want your children to learn. Amazing success. Nobody came. Nobody came. I'll tell you one thing. In gated communities, my preaching success has been very, very low. Whenever I start sessions, wherever I've started, people have come around the gated community. From TNGO colony, a lot of people will come. From my own Krishe, nobody will come. Why? Or very rarely, when you have come, they have come. Very rarely they come. Tell me why? Why people from gated community don't come to satsang? Unlimited water, non-stop current. Why do we need God? What difficulty is there in life? Tell me. अच्छा पैसा है, बड़ा flat है, non-stop current है कि नहीं? Why do we need God? Current should go for 3 days, then Krishna, you'll come to God. Right? Water should stop. You're raising in buckets. Go down, get a bucket of water. Krishna, you'll come to satsang. Why are bad things happening to good people? Okay, that question is there. I'll go to satsang. That's what. Too many rich people, too rich, too opulent people will not come to God. Prabhu, this statement is your personal thought. No. Bhogeshwari prashaktanam taya apitasam vyavasayatmika bhaktir samadhav navidiyate. Krishna is telling in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The people who are too attracted to bhoga and aishwarya, wealth and sense enjoyment. The people who are totally into them, samadhav navidiyate. They will not come to me. They will not come to me. They are too much enjoying their senses. Where will they come? They will not come. People either have to suffer, or people looking for knowledge, or people who are very inquisitive. Right? Those are the kind of people who come to me, Krishna says, or people who are suffering. Either you should be suffered and tortured to such a point that I will go to satsang now. Good. Or he's so inquisitive, he'll come to satsang. Or he wants to get knowledge, he'll come to satsang. Right? Something has to happen for you to go to heaven. But none of these are happening. You have nice wealth, no problems, everybody is good. Why will you come to satsang? Very difficult. Very, very difficult. So old people. Next, it is only for ladies. Puja means only ladies, you see. Where are the gents? They are sitting outside. What are they doing? They are discussing politics. Right? or real estate rates. Some nonsense they'll discuss outside. Only ladies will come to satsang. Have you seen this happening? How many times you have seen temple filled with Prabhus? How many times you have seen temple filled with ladies? Many times. And it's actually told by an Acharya that in Kali Yuga only ladies will go to God. All Prabhus will take birth as donkeys, monkeys, lizards. So they're not interested. Very rarely you'll find a Prabhu actually interested in God. It's for sentimentalists. Huh? Spirituality is for sentimentalists. People are too sentimental. They are religionists. They're like that, they feel. Next. It is for less intelligent. Less intelligent fellow go to spiritual life. People who want to exploit our money, they only go to spirituality. Now this fellow will ask donations. This fellow will try to take money from me. As if Krishna is sitting there looking at your property. Give me, give me, give me, give me. Mukkoti Lakshmis are sitting under his feet. He doesn't even look down. And we are thinking, if you go to religion, they'll take my money. Have to leave everything. Wow, Prabhuji, spirituality bolte will start. My entire hotel menu will change. My entire life will change. Now will tell, don't wear this, don't eat this, don't this, don't this. I'll not come. That's another reason people think. No happiness. Spirituality means no happiness. Boring, bro. You see me, I have meditated. दीपक प्रभु आप आए थे ना लास्ट संडे को? कैसा लगा यहाँ पे हॉल? रो रहे थे लोग? Were they crying, all of them? No, right? They were happy. So Prabhuji gave proof. There were 120 plus people in this hall, 120 people. And at one point we started dancing also. How many of you saw that video I sent? Small clip video I sent. Have you seen that? No, you're not seen that? People are happy. I sent it in my office. I said, this is what I do in my weekends. Right? Spirituality increases happiness. There are so many relationships, so many bonded relationships in spirituality. Material help will anyway come. Don't worry about that. As a community, we are very confident about each other. If I lose my job, somebody will find it for me. That's my community. Right? If I'm struggling, somebody will help me. If I'm going through tough time, even materially, they're there for me. I'm there for them. Right? Somebody was, one of our satsang person, he has a very old father. And he has to go out on a vacation. None of his relatives are agreeing to keep his father. In satsang, we are behind him telling, Prabhu, leave your father in our house. We'll take care. Don't worry. Just leave your father. Last week, my house was filled with 10 children for 4 days. All their parents, they left their children here. We only asked, please send them. They were together, they were playing, they were jolly jumping, they were doing Mangalarti, they were chanting, they were learning Mridanga, they were playing, and such a community feeling, isn't it? Where will you find that kind of community outside satsang? Tell me. Kahan milega? Kahin nahi milega. People don't tolerate each other's children. They have no tolerance these days. But in community, in spiritual life, you'll find all that. Very simply, you'll find all that. No good activity. People think that these people don't have good activity. Sunday morning, jaake baithte wahan pe. No. This is the best activity we are doing. Our heart is happy. See, if your heart is not happy, you will not come here again and again. Something has to attract you. No enjoyment. No, this is so much enjoyment. My mother dances every week. How many of your mothers dance every week? Actually dancing, I'm asking you. Bolo. कितने लोग मम्मी हर एक वक्त dance करते हैं? By the way, when was the last time you danced, Prabhu? Long back he danced. I danced last Sunday. And today also I'm dancing, you know. You want to see me dancing? I dance like Mithun Chakravarti. You can come and see me dance. My wife also will dance today. My children also will dance today. Is that a good, happy family? है कि नहीं? हर हफ्ता हम लोग dance करते हैं. And we dance with live music, not recorded music, live music, right? Budangas, kartals. And we dance like really wild. Have you seen devotees dancing sometimes? You seen that? Yeah, we off the fan because somebody will throw the fan outside. We remove the the cloth below because they'll slip and fall. We dance, and we dance for Krishna. Right? We celebrate festivals. This is called life. This is called spiritual life. Filled with happiness, filled with joy. We are there for each other. We will take care of each other. Don't worry about that. Materially, spiritually, emotionally. One couple was having a very tough time, husband and wife. They were struggling. He is of a different nature. She is of a different nature. They both came. Me, my wife, four of us sat, and we just heard their problem. We didn't resolve anything. We just heard. Mataji, what is your problem? Prabhuji, what is your problem? She told. He told. And after that, we told. That's okay. We can live with this. We can accept the way we are. And we all had dinner together, dinner prashadam. We had a little aarti together. They left. They're happy. They're happy. No problem. This community. My friend came from US. 3 days he was with me. One day he saw me, my wife. Oh, seems to be sort of kuch garam chal raha hai ghar mein, matlab kuch problem chal raha hai. Second day, he said, forget about going everywhere. Both of you sit down. I want to talk to both of you. He and his wife sat, they spoke to us. We told our problems. They told their problems. We understood their problems are bigger than our problems. We said, okay, then no problem. Right? Everybody has problems. Don't think that nobody has problems. Why am I telling all these things? Is to tell you, everybody has problems. Who doesn't have a relationship problem? Everybody has. But when you keep Krishna in the center, all problems become small. Arjuna had problems. When he heard Bhagavad Gita, all the problems became small. Isn't it? This is what spiritual life brings. But these are the misconceptions people have about spiritual life. Only for sentimental, only for this, only for that. Who is responsible for all this? We only are responsible. The way religion was presented was wrong. They are not responsible. We are responsible. Now, what is our responsibility? To present it correctly. What is your responsibility? You should go and present it correctly. That Prabhu, religion is not bad. Religion is actually filled with enjoyment. We can change the society by we changing first. Right? We have to do that. Because what is the main reason? Because answers were not given to open questions on religion. Today, no one understands anything about God. The moment anybody has a question about God, pucho mat. Galat hai. Chalo, simple word ko. Amma, atlant question adugu. What do you think people will do? They'll become averse towards religion. Serving hands are better than praying hands. Such kind of comments. What is there to pray? We will serve. How can you serve without praying? Philosophies have completely been changed. Manava Seva better than Madhava Seva. Right? These all statements have created atheists in society. Atheists who are going against religion. Humanism is better than spiritualism. That fellow doesn't know, first of all, what is humanism. He doesn't know what is humanism. Going and giving food to some people once in a blue moon is not humanism. When we did the Hanuman, what is it? Navratri time when we did the little function here, how many people we fed? Can you guess? 400 plus people we fed that day. 400 plus. Security guards, not only of Krishe, also Lilananda. And still we had so much left. I sent like 2.5 big bhagonas back to temple. That please serve in the temple. Remaining you serve in the temple. How all this happened? Because we are doing Madhava Seva. Automatically Madhava Seva will happen. Automatically it will happen. You don't need to put extraordinary effort. When you do Madhava Seva, Manava Seva anyway happens. When you do Lord Venkateshwara Swami Seva, free bhojanam happens or no? Huh? How many other free bhojanam are happening around? Tell me. Where there is God, there is everything. I can tell you one thing. Nobody will die of starvation in this country. You lost your job, you lost your house, but you will not die without food. That I can tell you. That is my country, India. Some corner, some temple, you go and sit outside, I'll give you something to eat. Sir, take this special. Something. You will not die of starvation. Guaranteed. That is our Sanatana Dharma culture. We never allow anybody to live hungry. We never. Go to ISKCON temple in habits. 3 putal pedtaru manchi kusobedi. 3 hafte, 3 meals in a day, they'll give you free. Sit and eat. No problem. Sit and eat. If you really that's what you want, sit down there, have pressure. No problem. Right? Material knowledge is not a must to exist. Spiritual knowledge is must to exist because it ends the cycle of birth and death. So importance of getting spiritual knowledge, we already discussed all these, some of good and bad, permanent and temporary, all these things. You'll get a lot of answers to a lot of questions. Now, why do you need a guru in spiritual life? Because different ways of acquiring knowledge, we discussed about it, will not work. You need a good guru. You need a good guru. So we discussed this in the 4th session. So you can go and see there. Shabda Praman, Anumana Praman, and Pratyaksha Praman. So best is Shabda Praman. When you hear from a guru, you don't get affected by any of the modes of nature. So what are the qualifications of a guru? He should be from a parampara. Very important. Don't go to a guru who becomes a guru by himself. I am guru. No. He's a donkey, a monkey, pig, but he's not a guru. Guru means the one who never says that he's guru. He only says that I am a servant of my guru. Srila Prabhupada, the one who established ISKCON society, never told I am a guru. He told I am a servant of my guru. And my guru is servant of his guru. Right? Have you ever seen Chinnajit Swami telling, I am a guru, sit down and listen to me? Never. He'll never do that. Did he establish his statue? Whose statue he established? Who is Ramanacharya? His guru's guru. Right? This is called Sampradaya, Parampara. You understand it? Like that. So, if you have, how does electricity come to you? Power plant, from there, transformer, then tower, then transmission station, distribution station, transformers again, finally home. Right? Now let us understand the same thing in Parampara. Power plant is what? Krishna. Power plant is Krishna. Electricity, instructions of God. Whatever it told in Bhagavad Gita. Transmission, scriptures. All the transmission stations are all scriptures. Distribution stations are Guru Parampara. How they are distributed. Shri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya. All these are distribution stations. Somebody came on them. Guru Parampara. Transformers are my Sangha. This Sangha is a transformer where finally the current is coming. And your home is temple Satsanga. Right? And finally the plug point is your Diksha Guru. Your Guru, who will actually give you shelter, is your final plug point. The plug point is getting power because there is so much behind it. If any one of them is cut off, you will not get the power in the plug point. Right? That you should understand. Sampradaya, samyat pradayate, iti sampradaya, completely handing over. Sampradaya means the one that completely hands over. Completely hands over the knowledge. Doesn't keep it half. Saying, oh, I'll give you little knowledge only. No. Sampradaya means it gives you complete knowledge. Samyat pradayate. Right? So the problem is, switchboards look the same. Whether it is fake sampradaya or original sampradaya. Unfortunately, they look the same. Isn't it? See, you can construct a flat, keep all switchboards without any transformer connection. How will the house look like? Hare, Roji, ekdam mast hai. But when night happens, what happens? Nothing will glow. You go and put any switch, nothing will glow because there is no connection. You understanding? So when you go to wrong sampradayas, in the day of light, everything looks same. But when you're in trouble, when things are not going right, they will not have answers. They will not have answers. What they'll do, they'll give a stone and say, touch that stone, you'll feel me. Or they'll get tubelight, look at the tubelight, you'll feel me. Some answers they'll give you. But they'll not give you answers. They will cheat you. There are unlimited cheaters outside. Unlimited. Who will come and give you, the stone. This is what is it? Pranalingam. 3 lakh rupees. Take it. One fellow will buy it. He'll keep that in house. He'll keep touching it. He'll keep seeing it. Whenever I see that, I get my answers. Whenever I see that, I'm understanding everything. It's all psychological game. That's all. Psychological game. Right? But he will not tell any philosophy. He will not tell why bad things are happening. Who is God? They'll never speak about all these things. How do I know if the plug point is connected or not? How do you know? Don't do this. You don't have to put a finger inside. Right? All you have to know is it's connected or not. Right? Just open it and check whether it is connected or not. You don't need to put a finger in it. Right? See the commitment of the purity of the followers. What attracted me to ISKCON society is when I looked at the followers, I was amazed. What like, for example, I was living in Boston and in a gated community. We were living in the row houses, villa kind of row houses. But a person came in front of my house. Srinivas Pendyala, his name is. They are from Warangal family. They came. And his wife, she called my wife for satsang. I was dead against religion. I said, no, I'm not going to any satsang. The religion means exploitation. I'm not going. So my wife told me. So we used to have many fights. Wife told me, we have to go to satsang. I told, no way I'm going to satsang. She told, I'll pakka take you to satsang now. We went to satsang. Right? That's okay. For whatever reason, we went to satsang. Then I sat down there. I was sitting like this. I always tell this story. I'll tell in brief. So everybody else was sitting down. I went and sat on a couch. Big deal. My guru was sitting down. My Siksha guru was sitting down and he was holding a kartal. His wife was holding a mridanga. And they had one son. The second son, she was pregnant then. His name was Gauranga. He was hardly, 2 years, something like that. He started dancing. And my Srinivas Prabhu is doing kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Immediately, his wife is repeating and she's doing Mridanga. And Gaurang is dancing. I just looked at both of them and I was just looking at both of them. How is it possible that husband is singing, wife is doing Mridanga and child is dancing? I've never seen this in Telangana. I've never seen this in my family. In my family, when we go into a marriage, husbands go to the right side to a small bar counter. Wives go to the left side to a saree counter. Children go to, I don't know, nonsense counter. And three of them assemble to put that शादी का डालते हैं ना grains वो डालने के लिए पूरा पी के who is the husband put it there. She'll be comparing sarees everywhere. My saree, her saree, where did she buy? Children, they don't know why they are there. They have no understanding. This kind of families I've seen everywhere. Husband and wife doing together anything I've not seen. I've not seen. But here is a time I'm seeing the husband is singing, wife is playing mridanga, child is dancing. So he gave a class on anger management. Just to attract one-time session he took, just to attract new people to Krishna consciousness. We were like 12 families. Anger management, I still remember. So after the whole session, he asked, can everybody tell feedback? I was the only person sitting on couch because I don't believe in religion. Everybody else was respectfully sitting down. Then he asked question, what did you understand? What did you understand? And finally the circle came to me. He said, Prabhu, what did you like in what we discussed? I told him, Prabhu, I have not heard anything you told. I was so rude. I have not heard anything you told. He was like, it's such an insult, isn't it? Because I'm a Reddy, what to do? It comes in my blood. So I told like that. Then he was, Prabhu, that's okay if you did here. But I told him one thing. And I spoke from heart. I said, Prabhu, I don't know what is religion. I don't know what is God. Forget about all that. I want exactly what is happening in your family. I want it to happen in my family. The relationship that you have with your wife and your children, I want that. Whether it is God, whether it is religion, whether it is satsang, whether it is whatever, I don't care. I want that. Then he just laughed. I said, okay, bro. Okay. Then it went to another. Right? So this is how we get introduced to spirituality. We see love, we see unity. There can be billion differences, but in front of him, nothing. You understand it? Spiritual life is introduced by looking at the commitment of the followers. When I looked at the family, I didn't get attracted to look at Bhagavad Gita. Even now, Bhagavad Gita doesn't attract me. I look at my guru and I get attracted. I look at the followers in our society get attracted. I look, itna anand mein hai, even I want to be like them. Right? That attracts me more. Commitment of the followers. Next, ask your guru to explain his unbroken parampara till Lord Krishna. You should not hesitate to ask your guru who is his guru. Today, if I go and ask somebody, I was in this big session, I don't want to name that person, very, very, very famous. If I name maybe 2-3 people get hurt here. I was sitting and that person was taking a session. And in between, I asked a question. How do you prove what you're telling is true? Is it mentioned anywhere? I asked him. He didn't like it. He didn't answer my question. He said, because I know it is right. So I know, what you're telling is right, but how do you prove that? Then I asked one more question. I said, can I know who is your guru? Total uncomfortable. Hey, what are you asking? He's realized he's guru, param guru, jagat guru. I was literally asked to go out of the session. Directly, indirectly, slowly pushed out. Then I understood, oh Krishna, how you saved me. There are millions of followers of that fellow. Millions of followers. But they'll never ask this kind of questions to him. They'll just listen whatever nonsense he speaks. Anything he speaks, they're happy. But we should not compromise for that. Right? We want a bona fide guru. No connection, no mercy. Don't fool yourself with the help of another fool pretending to be a guru. Can a blind person lead another blind person? No. So if you're going to a so-called pretend gurus, they will lead you to ditch. They'll finally put you in a ditch. So ISKCON is a sampradaya. We already spoke about it. Or 4 sampradayas. I will not spend time on this. We are Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya sampradaya. We are part of Brahma sampradaya. Our Acharya is Madhvacharya, and we come from Gaudiya Desh. So qualifications of a Guru. Guru presents the knowledge as it is. We discussed about it on length, right? Mind is enjoying, sense are enjoying, intellect is also enjoying. Satsangs actually are very satisfying to heart because everything in your body enjoys. Your heart also enjoys it. Your mind also enjoys it. You're able to hear some new things, right? But transformation is very, very important. Guru should be a Goswami. Go means senses, Swami means the one who can control it. Guru means he should have control on his own sense. I'm not a Guru, but my Guru is a great Guru. He has control of his senses. What he speaks, what he wants to see, what he doesn't want to see. Go Swami. Go Swami. Go means senses. Swami means the one who can control and conquer. Yes. Guru's only business is to engage his disciples in satisfying the senses of God. He'll engage his disciples in serving God. Right? Guru is a pure devotee himself. He's a devotee. He'll not tell, I'll not go to temple. Guru lives in a temple, by the way. He doesn't live in a 5-star hotel. He doesn't live in an ashram where there is no God's deity. He lives in a temple. Guru lives in a temple. Remember this one thing. If you see a Guru living in some place, never goes to God, never worships, just speaks philosophy, very dangerous. Huh? And Guru explains the essence, also the detail from scriptures. Guru is Acharya, the one who walks. What are the qualifications of disciple now? Okay, we talked a lot about Guru. How does a perfect disciple, what are the qualifications of a perfect disciple? Anybody? Surrendered. What does it mean to surrender? Lift your hands. Is that what surrender means? Surrender the ego means what? No, but what does it mean practically when you say surrender your ego? See, everybody has an ego, right? I mean, you are you. I always exists. I is not removed. There's too many quotes keep coming. You remove the I and you'll be nice. I, how can you remove? You are there. You cannot remove yourself. So, what do you mean surrendering of ego? Recognizing God within you, right? Then you become servant of that God. Then you become happy living that. That is called surrendering of ego. See, when you recognize your marriage is more important than you, then the marriage will prevail. When you recognize my parents are more important than me, then the parent seva will continue. Isn't it? So, recognizing God will remove ego. Very simple. So, qualifications of the disciple, Krishna explains beautifully. Guru, simply having a perfect Guru is not sufficient. Guru can be perfect. Seed of bhakti can be best. But if disciple's heart is not fertile to get the knowledge, then there is no use. He will keep a seed of devotion in your heart. But if your heart is not fertile, you are like a rock. Sunday morning you are coming, holding a big rock in your chest. What bhakti will go inside? Tell me. You will sit here. 20 weeks, 30 weeks, 3 years also will sit here. Nothing will happen. Because you're not allowing anything to go inside. Your heart should be fertile. Ready to accept. Very, very important. Right? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Right? What does it mean? Krishna is saying, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. The 4th chapter is saying, 4:3-4. Inquire from him submissively and render service on him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge onto you because they have seen the truth. Tattva Darshina. Guru knows all the knowledge. He will give to you when he sees sincerity in you. If he doesn't see sincerity in you, he will not give knowledge. It's very important. We have to show our sincerity. The person who is more eager, more inquisitive, more submissive will always be the most personal advance in spiritual life. Right? Very eager. I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn more. Prabhu, you only taught chapter 12. I already read chapter 13 and I came. Can you tell me more? Or after hearing the session, Prabhu, I have these doubts. Or Prabhu, I think this I like. This I am still confused. Inquisitive. He has to be very inquisitive, right? Tadvidi Pranipadena Pariprashnena. He asks questions. He doesn't hesitate to ask questions. One can hesitate to ask questions. Either he doesn't respect the Guru. Hey, he doesn't answer. Ye kya bolega answer mere ko? Right? Or you feel that I will be insulted and ridiculed if I ask questions. Questions can never be wrong. Answers can be wrong. How can a question be wrong? Question can never be wrong. Question is always right. Answer has to be right. Guru's duty is, if he doesn't know the answer, get the answer. Go get the answer. For example, if I don't know the answer, I will not tell some answer. That is what today many people are doing. And beautiful thing that I liked in our society is that when I ask some questions to my Shiksha Guru, sometimes he told, oh, can you give me time till next week? That really I liked. Instead of saying some bogus answer, just to make sure that I satisfy my ego, that I know everything. No, say that I don't know. I don't know. Or let me inquire from my Guru and come back. Right? Almost done. Paripratena, humble to surrender. Pariprashnena, inquire, put questions to learn. Sevaya, render service. You have to render service to the Guru. Then only he will be more happy to give more. Service means what? Service means what? How can you render service to your Guru? First and the foremost, please come on time. That's the greatest service you can do. Come on time. Not only here, wherever, come on time. That will please your Guru. I'm not a Guru. But when you go to a Guru, he will be pleased if you go on time. Right? The people are serious. Why are they coming? There are some people who exactly come at Narshing Arti. As if Narshing Deva sent them. Right? Okay, you're coming, no problem. Not ridiculing or insulting anybody who came late. Please don't mistake me like that. But I'm telling you, in spiritual life, if you want to advance, you have to give some commitment. If you don't give commitment, what will happen? You are the losers, Baba. You are the losers. Right? Give that commitment. Show that commitment. Yes, I'm interested. This is the most important activity for me. Once in a while, some problem happened. Everybody can get late. When I went late sometimes. But the sometimes should not be every time. Right? When we are starting a satsang at a certain time, you should be on time. And the satsang should start as per plan. See, right now it is 10:20. You know what is my worry now? Breakfast is getting late. What was my worry at 7:30? Satsang is getting late. Right? What I wanted to finish in a certain time, now I have to squeeze it and finish it in such a way that prasadam comes on time. All this can be avoided if we all start at 7:30, 8 o'clock, 7:45 Kirtan, 7:45 to 9:45 class, 9:45 to 10 Kirtan, 10 o'clock prasad. Again, anxiety. This will only create anxiety. Our seriousness should be shown in our actions. Otherwise, there is no point. We are fooling each other. We are simply fooling each other. And surrender. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prasyami tvam dharma samudha cheta yat shreyaschan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasya deham shadimam tvam prapannam. This is the shloka Bhagavad Gita starts, where Arjuna surrenders. 2.7. Karpanya dosho. I have nothing good in me, Krishna. I can't make decisions, Krishna. I need a guide, Krishna. And I want to surrender, Krishna. Shishyashyateham mam tvam prapannam. Till now I am your friend, Krishna. But now I am not your friend, Krishna. I am your disciple. I am surrendered. Now please tell me. And then Krishna speaks. Till then Krishna will not speak. See, if you go to a satsang and sit there and like this, and he's telling something, I'm like, okay. And in mind you are thinking, whatever that fellow is speaking, wow, does it make a difference to me? You think transformation will come? Any change will come? Nothing will come. Right? So information to transformation. What brings spiritual transformation? Going to holy places? To some extent. People say, my Chardham, I told somebody, we went to Chardham. I went 4 times to Chardham. I went to Prayag. I went 20 times to Prayag. Right? Mechanical travel. Did you experience that? Tirupati. Every 6 months I go to Tirupati. Eppudu chusina gunde. Jab bhi dekho ganja. I am always going to Tirupati. Does it make you a devotee? It should, but it will not. Sanskrit. I love Sanskrit. I love scriptures. I love reading. I love this. No transformation. Nothing will happen. Right? Because I know the language. Am I saintly? I will automatically become saintly. Huh? What is the language in which we can learn about God? Love, service. What is the language in which God speaks to us? When He speaks to us, God speaks to us. When you're doing something wrong, you will get a message. Don't do it. What language is He speaking? Hindi, Telugu, English. He speaks to you. You know that He speaks. It is the language of God. Elephant bath is useless, they say. Spirituality without bona fide knowledge and service to Guru is useless. Just like elephant bath. Have you seen elephant taking bath? Anybody here? No, you're not seen. You should see. Go to zoo, Nehru Zoological Park. There is a big tank there, a big area left for elephant. It takes bath. You know how long elephant takes bath? At least 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours it takes bath. I can tell you, we can't take baths like that. It takes with its on everywhere. It stays in the water, takes bath, and immediately after that, what does it do? Puts dust. Such a surprising thing. It takes bath for such a long time, comes outside, takes the dust, everywhere it puts dust. Right? The same thing. What is the use of all the effort when we love materialistic life? Huh? Transformation comes by full surrender in the mood of servant to the order of the Guru and God. That's when transformation will come. Just knowing knowledge, becoming more proud that I have known something. You will know. Maybe you can also talk about it. 10 people will also get influenced about it, but he will not allow you inside his kingdom. He will not allow you inside his kingdom. Who is allowed inside the kingdom of God? Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishtuna, amananiya manadena, kirtane sadahari. The one who is more humble than a blade of grass, Trinadapi sunichena. The one who is more respectful and tolerant than a tree, tarorapi sahishtuna. Amananiya manadena. The one who is respectful to all, doesn't expect any respect in return. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishtuna, amananiya manadena. Kirtanaya Sadahari. When such person chants Hare Krishna, Krishna will dance on his tongue. Krishna and his name are not different. Krishna, actually it's Krishna only. But you can't experience it. But when such a person says Krishna, Krishna says, he dances on his tongue. Right? Because he's a devotee. Like that. Pride is the thing which is the biggest problem in spiritual life. And also material life, but spiritual life. If you think you have too much knowledge, if you think you are advanced, if you think you are senior, you're doomed. You're doomed for good. Nothing will go inside. Never be proud. Never. What you should be proud of? Tell me. If I look at myself, what I should be proud of? I barely know anything. Prabhupada translated so many books. My Guru explained all those things. I hardly know 1% of what they know. And what about Prabhupada? His Guru knew even more. Bhakti Siddhanta. His Guru Gaur Kishore Das Babaji even knew more. Bhaktivinoda Thakur even knows more. Narottam Das Thakur knows more. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows more. Madhavendra Puri knows more. Madhvacharya knows more. Brahma knows more. Narada Muni knows more. Do you think I know as much as Narada Muni? Do you think I know as much as Vyasdev? Huh? And do you think as much as I know as much as Krishna knows? What nonsense am I? Huh? A pile of flesh sitting here thinking that I am greater than God or I am proud of something. What proud are you talking about? Never become proud. Understand how great your seniors are, then you'll become humble. Always. Always remember to remember your Guru. Right? What is the purpose of temple? To teach importance of saintly people. That is the main purpose of temple. It's not happening now. Please repeat after me. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hai. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that even a moment's association with a pure devotee can attain all success to your life. You can go to all the holy places, but if you don't sit with devotees and talk, what will you understand about the holy place? We all go to Tirupati. How many times have you sat down in Tirupati with a senior Brahmana and asked him the glories of God? ఎప్పుడు పోనా ఉరుకుడే ఉరుకుడు ఇంకోటి తిరుపతి గుండు గీకినా టికెట్ తీసుకున్నా ఎమ్మెల్యే రికమెండేషన్ ఉన్నది స్పెషల్ దర్శనం ఉన్నది తిన్నా లడ్డు దొరికింది కిందికి వచ్చిన ట్రైన్ ఎక్కినా भागो क्या मिलेगा तुमको? लड्डू के सिवा कुछ नहीं मिलेगा लेकिन if you sit there and actually hear the glories of Venkateshwara Swami, beautiful pastimes he has done there. How many have gone to that garden of Harival? What is that Acharya's name? Anantacharya. Do you know that there is a garden of Anantacharya on the top of? How many have gone there? Very rare. I'm surprised actually. Last time when I spoke, there were 200 people sitting, not a single person lifted his hand. Anantacharya. Anantacharya was the one who used to take care of Lord Venkateshwara Swami. Ramanujacharya wanted somebody to go and take care of Venkateshwara Swami, DT. In those days, he asked, who will go there? No, the point is, it's not like you'll go to Tirupati and come back for vacation. No, you go. You may not see your Guru again. You may not see your God brothers again. You may not see the same people again. You're just going. Nobody lifted their hands, but Anantacharya lifted his hand. A Grahastha devotee. Simple person. Great sannyasis were there. They didn't lift their hand. Why? Because they have to go in jungle. Tirupati, Tirumala is jungle. Tigers can eat you. Snakes can bite you. You don't know whether it will come back or not. He said, Gurudev, you want to go, somebody to go and serve, I'll go and do it. So he was digging well. He went there, he was digging well. Because his wife was pregnant. Anantacharya's wife was pregnant. She was not able to support him that much. But he has to dig a well because he needs water for the deities. And he's digging well, and he's like, take this mud, put it somewhere. And his wife is struggling, she's pregnant. Right? And I'm just telling one of the pastimes. There are many pastimes like that. Huh? And then the small boy comes. Small blackish boy. He looks something like that in the altar. He comes. He tells his wife, you don't tell me that I am here. You do a thing, you just take it from his hand and give it to me. Actually, he comes and tells Anantacharya that I want to help you. And Anantacharya rejects him. Saying, no, I will not give service to anybody like this. Go. God is coming to help his devotee to serve him. And devotee is telling, no, I don't want to give service to anybody. Go. Then he comes back to his wife and says, you give me, I will go and put it. And I'll give you back the empty, whatever, container. And Anantacharya is digging it, giving it. Earlier it was taking some time. She used to go, put it somewhere and come back and give it. It will take some. But now it is like he's giving it, he's giving it back. He's giving it, he's giving it back. She says, what's going on? Something is going fast. Something is happening. And he comes outside and sees this boy is supporting his wife. Huh? Supporting my wife? I will beat you. So he takes that stick with which he's digging. He throws it on that child. just to drive him away, not to hurt him. But unfortunately, it hits his chin and blood starts coming from here. Right? Blood starts coming from here. And the boy runs away. And then Anantacharya is okay, he will not come again. He doesn't know all this happened. And then he goes to the altar to worship Venkateshwara Swami and he sees Venkateshwara Swami is bleeding from here. My Prabhu, what happened to you? You are bleeding. And Venkateshwara Swami, you will only hit, you will only ask. Huh? He starts crying, oh my God, what did I do? I beaten you, it was you who came. Right? So many pastimes between Anantacharya and one time he ties Lakshmi Devi. They both go to his garden. Anantacharya's garden is very famous. He maintains a garden from where he brings flowers and makes garlands for God every day. The garden is so beautiful that both Venkateswara Swami and Padmavati and Lakshmi Devi, every evening they go and play in their garden. And he gets a doubt, who is coming in my garden in the night time? He finds out and he runs and he tries to catch both of them. Somehow Venkateswara Swami, Krishna runs away, but he catches Lakshmi Devi. So, you girl, I'm going to catch you now. Now that fellow will also come. I know. She ties him. He ties her. He says, no, you're not going anywhere. Just imagine, can you tie Lakshmi Devi? Do you have the power to tie Lakshmi Devi? What is the devotion he tied her? And Venkateswara Swami is like, what will I do inside without her? Next day morning he goes to worship. Lakshmi Devi is not there. Venkateswara Swami, what happened? You only tied her outside. So, beautiful pastime. Now you'll understand what is Tirumala Devasthanam. Who is Padmavati? What is the link between Padmavati and Ramayana? Is Ramayana and Venkateswara Swami are linked? Who was Padmavati in last life? How the marriage of Srinivasa happened? Why we are putting money there? What kind of debt are we clearing? When you learn all these things, then you will understand what is Tirupati. After learning all this, you go and see Lord Venkateswara Swami, then you will cry. Looking at how great he is, how small we are. Right? So, temples are a place where saintly persons are introduced and scriptural knowledge is given. Real sadhus used to preach in temples. Nature of a sadhu is tolerant, is merciful, is a well-wisher of all, is not inimical to anyone, is a walking scripture, is godly. And this is all coming from a verse in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 20th chapter, 11th verse. All the qualities of sadhu are being mentioned. How to recognize a devotee. Why? So why are saintly persons tolerant? Why saintly persons are very tolerant? Very simple. Because they have the best qualities. And because they have the best qualities, they follow scriptures. And because they follow scriptures, they are not envious of anyone. And because they are not envious of anyone, they are well-wisher of everyone. And because they are well-wisher of everyone, they are very merciful. And because they are merciful, they are tolerant. Tolerance just doesn't come automatically. The quality of tolerance doesn't come automatically. Prabhuji, I'm not able to tolerate my wife. I'm not able to tolerate my husband. Obviously, because you don't have these qualities. If you are a devotee, if you are merciful, automatically tolerance will come. You understanding? Value education. This is called value education. Our children, our culture is to give value education like this. How you will become tolerant. How you will decrease anger. Anger is not decreased by, okay, I'll count till 10, anger will go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This nonsense is being taught in anger management, corporate lessons. Go on vacation. You are in stress, go on vacation. That will not remove your stress. To teach us dangers of materialism. Temples are supposed to teach us whom to associate materialism. Ravana also comes like a sadhu. How materialism comes into our life? How Indians were introduced to television? Indians were not interested in television. When television, actually I'll tell you, when television came, they were not very interested. Because they had so many relationships. Neighbors were there, festivals were there. Who will watch TV? They'll go in. Even though TV came, they were not interested. How they attracted TV? Ramayana. Maximum number of Indians bought television when Ramayana was telecasted by Ramanand Sagar. Until then, television was not a need. It was not a need. Oh, in Colony, 2 people had television. That's it. First came Ramayana. After that came one disco dancer. After that came one fashion TV. This is how it is introduced. This is how Maya enters into our life. First, it will appear like spiritual only. But slowly the materialism will come inside it. You understanding? Our altars are replaced by TV. What is the biggest place in the house now? Television. I have a 70-inch television. 70 inch, I got 72 inch. Huh? Even we have a television there. Can you see? You're right. That's our television. This is our television. Ataji came today. He was like, oh, beautiful. I want to take pictures. Have you taken anybody's TV picture? Huh? You should take picture here. We had a big, satsang last week where we decorated the altar with waterfalls and God knows what all we did. And then everybody, children were just looking at it like this, as if they've not seen anything in life. Parents, Mata, you were there, right? Huh? Was it attractive? Yeah. Is it better than any HD TV? Of course. I'm not saying we are not against TV, but I'm saying what we have replaced. We have replaced altars with our TVs. The whole family is to pray together. Now you only have remotes and more gadgets. Earlier there was one TV in the hall. Now there are 10 TVs to each person. Each person 2 mobiles. Each mobile is a TV now. Teaches how to accept. Accepting Guru. Anyway, this is all. I already discussed some of these things, so I'm not going into detail. Satsangs are real temples today. That is the conclusion. What is not happening in a temple is now happening in satsang, where we all do aarti together. Now I'm going to put Damodar Ashtakam prayer here. This Kartik month. We want all of us to do Deeparadhan. Right? We all will do. Here is Krishna, the little Krishna, which Yashodama is tying. Right? Yeah. There is a Damodar picture there. Yeah. Not on this. So in the altar, we'll give you a deep. After this, take that deep and do Aarti on the Krishna's picture. Just below Radha and Krishna, there is a picture there. Okay, in that picture, Yashodama is tying Krishna. It's called Damodar. Right? Damodar. With that rope, he is being tied. That's what it means. And that tying we celebrate in the month of Kartik. Damodar Aarti. Right? We will sing, I'll sing a bhajan here. We all will sit and try to recite the bhajan. And then everybody, when I start chanting Hare Krishna, everybody get up. My wife will give the deep. Please offer it to Krishna. Right? So this is what we do. We do Aarti. We take all levels of training to people. We guide each other. It's like a spiritual hospital. Satsang is like a spiritual hospital. Right? What is the disease? Why and where did we get the disease? What is the best line of treatment? Did you get the right medicine? Right? What is the disease? We have a material body. That is the disease. Why and where we got the disease? Because we disobeyed to God, we came to the material world. What is the best line of treatment? Complete surrender to Krishna. Did you get the right medicine? If I'm chanting, I'm getting it. You should chant his names every time. Right? So if you are coming to satsangs to find these answers, then we'll make progress. Otherwise, satsangs are called as pious entertainment. It's also entertainment. Nice to hear. Kabhi joke bhi bolte, acha information dete. It's entertainment also. But this is not entertainment. We should get serious on this. Temples are set up to fulfill the purpose, which today satsangs are fulfilling. Yeah. So conclusion, how can I make progress? Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is a very simple process. A, B, C, D. You have to follow A, B, C, D. You all learned A, B, C, D, right? A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for dog, A for association. Your association will be regular, not like once in a blue moon. Prabhuji, I think I already attended 2 satsangs in 2022. It's more than enough. Not work. You need 7 satsangs in a week. How many? 7 satsangs. High dosage, right? How much mg is Dolo? 600 mg. Sabhi jata hai. It will not go. The more your disease, the more medicine you need. A for association. B for books. What books? Spiritual books. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Small books of Prabhupada. Next time go to ISKCON temple, buy the small books. 30 rupees, 20 rupees, you'll find them. Small, but they have so much inside them. Small books, buy them. Finish all the small books. C for chanting and D for diet. Eat Krishna Prasad. All you have to do is these 4 things. D for dance also. You can also dance. Right? A for association, B for books, C for chanting, D for diet. You do these 4 things, you will become perfect in your Krishna consciousness. No big deal. Always carry the fear of Maya, illusion that can take us back into material life. Always be fearful of Maya. Asat Sangha. Try to avoid. Not needed, not needed. Try to prioritize more in spiritual life. Deal with materialistic people, how much is needed. Prabhu, how will you work outside if you don't deal with materialistic? I never told not to work. Right? I also work in an office. I deal with so many employees. I deal with so many colleagues of same sex, different sex. That's okay. What does it mean not to take their association? Simple. You don't have to hear their advices. You can be with them. You don't need to hear their advices. You can go and have lunch together. You can go and, speak about a lot of things with them. But if they're trying to influence you on something, you don't have to accept it. Taking association means getting influenced by them, not by being with them. We will not isolate ourselves. Spiritual life is not about isolating. It's about insulating. You know what does it mean to insulate? Vaccinate. Right? When you put a vaccine, you go outside, okay, Corona, how? No, but still you will wear a mask. Right? If you really want to protect yourself. So spiritual life means be careful. Get vaccinated and also be careful. Both should happen. Don't make spiritual process into rituals. Right? Prabhu, jana hai, karna hai, chanting karna hai. No. Do it joyfully. Be clear on why we chant, what we chant, and when we chant. Right? A man convinced against his will stands on his position still. You have to be convinced of what you're doing. Fall down in spiritual life starts when we become defocused. Fall down means what? Satsangs is not anymore interesting to you. Khatam, ho gaya, finish. Krishna has removed the interest. If satsang is not interesting for you, that means nikal liya interest, Krishna. If you are sitting here, don't think that you are great that you are choosing to come here. He gave you that interest, that is the reason you are here. If he sees sincerity in you, he will give more interest. If he sees no sincerity in you, he will remove that interest. Simple. If you start seeing faults in each other in satsang, he'll remove that interest. If you start appreciating, yeah, everybody is so nice, he'll give you more interest. You are sitting in satsang because he is allowing you, not because you came here. I am sitting speaking because he is allowing me, not because I am capable. Understand this very, very clearly. Everything is happening according to his sanction. Everything. He is the karta, he is the dharta, he is the bhokta. Everything is. We just have to cooperate. Just have to cooperate. Yeah. So fall down happens, we start finding faults in devotees. We find reasons not to meet devotees. We find all talks repetitive. Prabhuji, same thing you're telling again and again. You will know, you'll feel only that when you're not focused. Right? We start finding expectations to follow. You're not respecting me enough. It's not comfortable enough. It's too long enough. All these things. right? How many services can you do? Can you do one of these services? Any one of you? Distributing books, cooking prasadam, services in kitchen, conducting satsangs, right? Value education in colleges. If you want to go and preach in colleges, I will send you to colleges. There are so many teachers needed. One-time sessions, you can go and give. Dancing kirtans, yes. Singing kirtans, learning instruments, creating PowerPoint presentations. You can create PowerPoint. That is also bhakti, right? Distribute and prasadam. Feed prasadam to devotees, right? Support free medical camps. You can support, if you are a doctor, you can do medical camps, right? And attract people and somehow help them. See, spiritualism doesn't mean we don't support them materially also. Support them materially. But we also give Krishna. We also give Krishna, right? There's so many. Contribution to Go Seva, festivals in temples, teaching devotion to friends, sponsor for fees, donation for spreading bhakti movement, go to yatras, reading books, write articles. You know, I also share so many things in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is supposed to be official site. The other day I put my, what is it? Festival we had, Sharad Purnima in LinkedIn. One person asked me, why are you putting Sharad Purnima in LinkedIn? I said, yeah, it's a happy festival. We all felt happy, so I kept it. And so many people came and said, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. I told, this is my stress buster. This is my stress buster. When I have festivals in my house, I become more energetic on Monday. Right. Very nice, no problem. So thank you. So we finished 12 sessions today. Right? Practical application. Right, from the first session all the way to 12 sessions. Some of you who have not attended the previous sessions, please go and hear it again. And some of you attended also, please hear it again. Because there's so much we discussed. So much information was there. We should start making some spiritual commitments. Some commitments. I'll start chanting 1 round a day. I'll start chanting 4 rounds a day. Whatever. But you start, associate every week. Make sure that is your top priority. Eagerness, right? We can, next step is actually Bhakti Shastri, among them Bhagavad Gita. We're starting with there are many scriptures, Ishopanishad, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion. But Bhagavad Gita is something that we are starting. So here is the proposal to all of you. Next 2 weeks, I'll be in Yatra. We are going on Yatra to Vrindavan. So we'll be back in 1st of November. 6th of November, we are starting Bhagavad Gita detailed study. No more presentations. Over. Screen won't pura ban. Book. Everybody will have their own respective Bhagavad Gita book. Not one per family, one per person. And you'll have a pen, you'll have a pencil, whatever you carry, you'll have to write notes. We'll go chapter by chapter, verse by verse, understand, learn professionally entire Bhagavad Gita. Right? Like the sequence I told, project management sequence I told. Same way, we'll learn the entire Bhagavad Gita end to end. And this is your lifetime opportunity. Right? And opportunities don't come now and then. They come and knock at your door. So I'm going to spread the word in the community again. Obviously, some Amrish Puris will come and tell this secular India, don't spread. But that nonsense will anyway be there. Who cares? Right? We have to do what is right. So we will spread the message. You also spread the message. Try to get your friends, your relatives, most importantly, your own family members, right, to come and attend with you. Go through the journey. And we will start at 8 o'clock. I should not have any expectation, but one expectation I have on this satsang people is you'll be the first to come. You'll be the first to arrange things. Right? Not that, I can't arrange. I can also arrange. There's no big arrangement there. But be there first. Show the seriousness. Inspire others. That is your service. Inspire others. We'll do a small kirtan, right? And then we'll start from 8 o'clock, not 7:30. As it is, some of you made 7:30 to 8. Don't make 8 into 8:30. Please come at 8. Right? And come a little early. And we'll have it down behind the clubhouse. That time you can actually sit on the park side only. And nicely, I'll have this mic set, that's it, and book. And we'll go chapter by chapter, verse by verse, and then we'll have Prashadam. I'm very grateful to some of you who have been sponsoring Prashadam for all these sessions. And this, it will continue. It will continue like this. How long will it take to finish Bhagavad Gita? Roughly 1.5 to 2 years. It takes at least 1.5 to 2 years when we go in detail. You want to finish in 18 weeks, you can finish in 18 weeks. That is like high level chapter. I can send you some online lectures, chapter by chapter. You can finish it offline. But what we will do is detailed study. In detailed study, sometimes we discuss from 1 verse to 10 verses also in a single session. Depends on the verse and depends on the questions. How many questions you will get while you are discussing. Are you all understanding? The more the questions, the lesser fast it will go. And please be on time. Don't come late. Because when you come on time, I will also know that you are interested. If you are coming from Warangal, I can understand. You are coming late. But if you are coming from Vihanga, from Krishe, from TNGO colony, from Madhapur, please come on time. Right? Prioritize. Change. Some things you have to make an effort also. You have to tell Krishna, Krishna, I'm serious. I'm going to make this change. Can you please help me? If you say that my maid will come after she goes only, I'll come to Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna is less important than your maid. So better your maid Gita than Krishna Gita. Right? You have to change your life so that you can give proper commitment. It's very important in spiritual life. Wherever you show your commitment, you can see a difference there. Right? I'm also making commitment. I have to reduce weight. So I have to work on some things. I will see the difference if I'm committed. If I'm not, I will not see the difference. Is that true? Same thing in spiritual life. Small commitments. On this time, this day, I will be here. You will see change. You will actually see that you're learning Bhagavad Gita more. Right? So we will do, I'll just read the Damodar Arti now. Try to repeat how much ever you can. As soon as you start the Hare Krishna mantra, five of you can take 5 and go in the forward, offer, lamp, keep it. There is a process to offer. I'll tell you very simple. It's as per Narada Pancharatra Vidhi. You offer at the lotus feet of Krishna, the picture of feet of Krishna, the little Damodar, 4 times at his feet, 4 times at his feet, 2 times at his navel, 3 times on his head. 4, 2, 3. And then 7 times around him. Confusing? 4, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 7 times around. And then same thing to Yashoda. 4, 2, 3. And finally, directly you can come to Prabhupada. Or you want to do that to all the deities also you can do. Or you can directly come to Prabhupada. Prabhupada is towards your left. 4, 2, 3, and 7. Right? So this is the Vidhi as given in the scriptures. Narada Pancharatra Vidhi. So I'll just pull out the Kirtan. Just 1 minute. Any questions in the meantime? I wanted to take few reflections of how did you feel the course SSR was? Too much philosophy? Yes, sir. I can't hear you. You can come here.
At what phase of war it has been started?
At what phase of war? Before starting the war. Middle of the war, there were different other instructions that were like follow-up instructions. Bhagavad Gita as a event happened before the war.
In the battlefield.
In the battlefield. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre, samaveta yuyutsavaha. Mamaka pandavas chaiva kim akurvata sanjaya. That is the first verse of Bhagavad Gita. We are in Dharma Kshetra, in Kurukshetra, Samaveta, Yuyutsava, Mamaka, Pandava. Kauravas and Pandavas, everybody is standing just before the fight. So the whole scene is set in the first verse itself. Where it happened, when it happened. Just before the war. Yeah. Damodara Ashtaka. Where did I keep? Hare Krishna. Where did I keep? Where did I keep? Where did I keep? I had it at the presentation actually. I don't know where I kept it. I can see. Krishna taking prayers. I'll go to internet. Hare Krishna. Someday I'll take a seminar on Damodara Ashtaki. What is the meaning of these 8 prayers? Right? Beautiful prayers actually. It's all about, there is a Muni, Parvat Muni, he is seeing Lord Krishna being bound. And then he sings this. And what all happens. And in short, Yashoda tries to tie him. He doesn't allow her to tie. Every time she tries to tie, it is 2 fingers too short. He tries and tries and tries and finally ties him. And then he pulls that and he delivers 2 trees called Arjuna trees, which fall to Kuvera and Kuvera's children, Manikruva and Nala Kuvera. They are delivered, Devatas. And, then Yashoda comes and hugs Krishna that, oh, what did you do? And why she ties him is because she starts breaking all the pots. And why he starts breaking all the pots is because she keeps him down and goes to work on something else and he gets annoyed. Small child doesn't want his mother to keep him down. So Damodara Ashtakam, we can discuss this Leela for 10 days. There is so much in between. But Parvat Muni sees this in the spiritual world and he wrote this Ashtakam. Right? So for now, please try to, everybody can read it? Yeah. So when I start singing Hare Krishna, you all can get up and then my wife will give the Deepam. You can do the Deepam and keep it there. Okay, then we'll have Prashad. Namamishwaram Satchitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishwaram Satchitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishwaram Satchitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Satchitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bhiyoluka Ladavamani Param Krishnam Atyanta Sodruta Gopta Yashoda Bhiyoluka Ladavamani Param Krishnam Atyanta Sodruta Gopta Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rudantam Param Bhoja Yugamena Satakanetam Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rudantam Param Bhoja Yugamena Satakanetam Usvasakam Patri Rikantakanta Takaiva Samodaram Bhakti Bhaktam Usvasakam Patri Rikantakanta साग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिपथम् स्वाहा लीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे घोषं निमाज्यन्तं अध्यापयन्ति स्वाहा लीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे घोषं निमाज्यन्तं अध्यापयन्ति शिखा जिष्णु ना प्रेमा शास्त्रं तथा वृत्तिवन्ति तदीये शिखा जिष्णु ना प्रेमा शास्त्रं तथा वृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवा मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिन्वा नैनं वृणेऽहं वरिष्ठदपि तावदेव नैनं वृणेऽहं वरिष्ठदपि इदं चैव पूर्णाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरक्तं किमन्ये एव पूर्णाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरक्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीलै इदं पुंखलै स्निग्धैश्च गोप्या अत्यन्तनीलै चुम्बितं बिम्बारसाधरं मे मनस्याविरक्तम् आलं लक्ष्यलभ्ये चुम्बितं बिम्बारसाधरं मे मनस्याविरक्तम् आलं लक्ष्यलभ्ये नमो देव दामोदर विष्णु प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःख जलाभिमग्नम् देव दामोदर विष्णु प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःख जलाभिमग्नम् त्रिपद्रे क्षिवृष्याति दिनं बतान्ति विहानि च मामग्नं विधियक्षिदृक्षे त्रिपद्रे क्षिवृष्याति दिनं बतान्ति विहानि च मामग्नं विधियक्षिदृक्षे कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धां त्वैव यद्वत् मया मोचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृत्वौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे दामोदरे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे दामोदरे नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदिव्यदाम्ने यो आराध विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदिव्यदाम्ने यो आराध विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नतलीलाय देवयतु नमो नतलीलाय देवयतु नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नतलीलाय देवयतु नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नतलीलाय देवयतु नमो राधिकाय प्रिया प्रियाय नमो नंदलीलाय सेवयतु नमो राधिकाय प्रिया प्रियाय नमो नंदलीलाय सेवयतु नमो राधिकाय नमो नंदलीलाय सेवयतु Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Everything. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodar, Radha Damodar, Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar, Radha. Jaya Radha Damodar, Radha Damodar, Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar, Radha Damodar, Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, जय जय गुरुदेव। नित्य गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, नित्य गौर हरि बोल। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रहलाद दादाईने, हिरण्याकाशीपोर्वक्षः, हिरण्याकाशीपोर्वक्षः, शीलतङ्कानकालाय, ईको नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो, ईको नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो, ईको नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो, बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो, बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो, बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो, नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये, तव करकमलबले नाथाम् अद्भुत शृङ्गां ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुवृन्दा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, तव कर अद्भुत शृङ्गार ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुवृन्दा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा, जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद, जय जय गुरुदेव, गुरुदेव, भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, मयोम कृषि सत्संग की, SSR फिनिशिंग की, भगवद गीता आरंभ की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद. Thank you very much. If me and my family have committed any mistakes, please forgive us. And very, very grateful that all of you have come to our house. And we hope that the same satsang continues in this house also and outside also. Actually, all of you can also organize satsang in your respective houses. We don't need much. Just come sit there, just make some space for everyone to sit, and it can continue. Actually, satsang goes from house to house. It goes around the community. Like in Avatar, when we were doing satsang, we did it in like 14 houses. And it was just going and going for 2 years. So that's how every house becomes a temple. Right? Every house already is a temple. We go into temple activities, right? And we'll see how many will register. Right now, I don't know, 30, 40, 100, I don't know. So let us see according to that, and how many will last through as the chapters go. How many will remain, we'll see how many, and then we'll continue, whether we'll come back to house or we'll continue there, we'll decide. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Please finish the arti and we'll have prasad. Thank you.